Fun. Welcome to Adrift in Aldhalor, our weekly actual play D&D show set in our homebrew world of Aradun, also known as Arden in some contexts. Our resident Alex is going a little feral. I know you can't see it, but he is gnawing on his microphone. Timber's coming back. Our music is licensed through musicbed.com. And occasionally we use TabletopAudio or Syrinscape for some projects. Not really this one, but some of them we use it. I'm going to bring Shannon in, who is back from the sick bed.
The dead.
Yes.
Literally. I've risen from the sick bed. Hello, everybody. Yes, because I am God. Hello, everybody.
You heard it here first, folks.
Yes. Welcome to Paradise. Happy Monday, or whenever you're watching this. We're so glad that you are. Thanks for sticking around. Special shout out to Gassy Goat, who watches all our VODs.
Yeah.
We really appreciate you, friend. Thank you.
Right in our week, every time we see those comments.
Literally, I see new comment posted. I'm like, ah! It's so great. All right, so I'm going to talk about our stream partners, but first I'm going to make sure all the boys are recording. Oh my god, Mike, you look so comfy.
Wow,
I need one of those. He's got like, it's like a flannel like pattern blanket. Oh, I want it.
So that's a Jenna right there.
Okay, well, Audacity, gentlemen, if you haven't already. And I'm going to start with Arcane Spectacles. Roll for initiative and check out Arcane Spectacles, your haven for all things TTRPG. Their personalized D&D themed Christmas ornaments will be a critical hit under your tree, and their top-notch tabletop RPG accessories will give you an edge in battle. Customize their ornaments with your party's names to show off your adventure party like never before. Don't miss out on your chance to level up your tabletop experience with Arcane Spectacles. Visit them at arcanespectacles.com. Next, we have Underground Oracle Publishing. They are a best-selling, any-nominated TTRPG publisher building new and exciting settings for the cipher system of every genre that you can imagine. Each setting includes everything you need to explore its unique world, including lore, species, descriptors, foci, creatures, ciphers, artifacts, and all of the rules that you need to play. For as little as $3, you can join their Patreon and help shape each of the worlds that they create. Edward Yorke, Eddie, our beloved Eddie, is our character artist. He's an illustrator based in the UK who makes art for games and books. To visit his portfolio and get in contact with him, visit eyorke.com. He also has a Patreon that you can subscribe to and get exclusive updates. 1985 Games is another partner that we have, and they create affordable, accessible, high-quality accessories for D&D and other TTRPGs. Sean uses their NPC cards, and nearly all of them have featured in some fashion in our current game, and they're pretty awesome. So if you would like to purchase the NPC cards or anything else that they have, their other amazing products, use the code paradiceprod for 10% off your entire order. Yeah, look, that's what it looks like. Show the back. Because there's stuff on the back too. Look at all that cool info. Everything you need to make a in-depth. Is that Roland?
Mm-hmm. Otherwise known as Ro.
So VODs are slowly getting updated. I was actually just working on a few, so some of them will be released later this evening. Actually, like tomorrow, but they will slowly. We're slowly catching up with that. Recaps is another story that will happen eventually.
That'll be a project where I have to really sit down for a day.
That's a winter break project.
It is, yeah.
So you know what you need to do, Sean? You know what you need to do is the night that we're not playing, because we've all decided we're not playing on the 23rd because 3 of us are gonna be gone. That's when you should do it.
Yeah. I mean, I'll
got
be
the
at
time
my
slot
brother's
blocked off.
for Christmas, but I will have time, though. I will actually have some time.
There you go. There you go. So hold them to it, everybody. In the meantime, join us in Paradise on Bluesky, Twitch, X,
You don't have to
YouTube.
hold me to it.
Now hold him to it. He needs you to hold him to it. Trust me. X, YouTube, Discord, Instagram, and the TikToks. Bluesky. That seems to be where everybody's headed these days.
It does seem to be the
Yes. Also, this episode is recording before PAX, so if any of you are going to PAX U this weekend,
yes,
see you there. Very, very excited.
Shannon and I will be there.
Will be so fun. I didn't think I was going to cosplay this year, but then my Delilah cosplay just showed up today, and I have to try it on, and if I like it, then I'm going to wear it.
I considered cosplaying this year,
but
then I saw how expensive cosplaying is.
It's so expensive. I actually just started a cosplay unit with my students today. It was fun.
Really? Because my hair has gotten very long, and in person it has a resemblance to Gale's.
Oh, Gale.
Gale's in Baldur's Gate. So I was like, I can find a cheap purple
get
robe.
A bathrobe.
Yeah,
get a bathrobe and a staff, piece of wood, and be like, I'm Gale, bitches.
Yeah, you can literally just do a cardboard circle that looks like a portal and stick your hand through it.
That's actually such a good idea. All right, let's bring the boys on.
Why?
Look at them. There they are.
Hi.
Oh, that's right.
Hello.
We need a recap. You're making a face, Shannon.
I am. It's just carry on.
We fought some undead people, blasted them with some arcane blasts. I'm sorry, Eldritch blasts, and a dragon showed up. But we scared
it's pretty
it away.
Good.
We scared it away with how cool we were.
Well, none of you scared it away. Baron scared it away by breaking the glass, and I'll do the real recap. All right.
Just trying to help.
No, I appreciate it, actually. Appreciate you. Last we left off, Iron and Mana took the opportunity to leave their shelter in order to make their way to the Hag's Hamlet in Serkanto. Their goal, retrieval of Blessed Wort, the magical root, herb, whatever you want to call it, that is protecting the people here from the spectral spirits of the Herald of Undeath. Some entity flying above on the back of an undead dragon. Because the rationed Blessed Wort given to the people of this town is running out, and they must have more so they can survive the blizzard. As they leave, they begin to push through the blizzard-like conditions. It's nearly impossible to maintain concentration on a spell, and it's difficult for them to see. And they must stay clustered together around the Blessed Wort lantern, hooded lantern that Septimus wields. As they move through the gathering snow, they see that they are not alone outside. They begin to see wandering zombies and shapes in the distance. But most dangerously, they notice some undead gnolls that begin to stalk them. The party get to the gatehouse of the old town that they were staying in and have to open the gate and then get through. They get through just in time with fear and strength as the undead gnolls begin to attack and scratch at the gate. Thankfully, Bruce is able to use his amulet of arcane lock to lock this gate. So, safe from the undead gnolls, the party continues northward towards the Hag's Hamlet. But every step they take, they find themselves followed by more and more and more undead. Now, before the storm, there were no undead here, and perhaps they will all leave upon the storm passing. Perhaps they are just summonings of the Herald. But as you head north towards the Hag's Hamlet, you see one of the spectral greenish lights in the clouds above swims down and lands amongst these zombies, revealing a heavily armored undead lieutenant with a massive sword, who begins to beckon the undead forth through the light of the Blessed Wort. Even though the light itself burns the flesh of these undead creatures, they listen to the will of their master, who listens to the will of the greater master, the Herald. But the pursuit is unsuccessful in stopping you. With Saskia's Eldritch Blasts, the rest of the party's ability to keep the Death Lieutenant slowed, and the absolute obliteration of some of these zombie hordes results in you getting to the Hag's Hamlet ahead of your enemies. But as you reach the Hag's Hamlet, Theron begins to notice the snow flurries of the blizzard slowing. A surefire sign that you're in the eye of the storm. And the eye of the storm is presumptively following the Herald himself. It's in this moment that it all remains completely still, as a large, glowing green spectral dragon with undead bones lands in the middle of the Hag's Hamlet. Upon its back is the Herald. This guy. With wherever that other guy is on his back. But at first they don't notice you. Unfortunately, though, Bruce doesn't see them and marches forward. Because of Bruce's limited tremor sense. This results in the Herald attacking you. Some of you found some cover, particularly Saskia and Baron, but the rest of you got caught in a magical spell of the Herald, where a pillar of glowing, glittering ice shot up from the ground, and chains shot out and grabbed each of you and pulled you in, just in time for the dragon to unleash its breath attack upon you, leaving some of you wounded and some of you unconscious. The Herald teleported from the back of the dragon and appeared from a pool of light in front of Theron. And with a single attack, struck him for 70 damage. It was in this moment that Baron slid out from the shadows and fired 2 arrows off at the greenhouses behind the Herald's dragon, filled with what remains of the blessed of this town. The holy light penetrated through the air and caused intense pain and dazing to the dragon, which resulted in the Herald teleporting back onto its back and lifting up away from the blessed light, giving you a moment's respite from the Herald's oppression. In that moment, Septimus healed Jacquette to bring him back to a conscious state. You all gathered and looked to see the Death Lieutenant and his hordes still waiting just off in the distance. So this is where we left off. So, right now, there's a rather powerful force of Blessthwort light behind you. In front of you, or on the other side, is a line of undead. Literally, there is no escape the way you just came from, with a Death Lieutenant at the head of this undead army. So if we're to jump back into this, we would, I'll give you guys a moment to kind of communicate to each other, but then we're going to be jumping right back into an initiative count.
We need to take out him, Jacquette says, pointing to the armored guy. Once that's done, oh, wow, that dragon's breath really took it out of me. Once he's dead, I think the horde will leave.
All right. I mean, we can't just leave them here, right? Doesn't look like we have much choice.
Are we going after the Herald and the dragon, or after we deal with this?
Jacquette looks at her like, are you fucking kidding me? Look on his face as he goes, are you fucking kidding me?
I just.
We
We're
have
trying to
to
make a fucking
protect
play.
the blessed ward. It's exposed to the elements now. Find some way to save it while we hold this guy off.
Stop him first, and then we focus on that.
Okay.
Can I cast spells before initiative, Sean?
Can I cast
No.
spells?
I said this is a brief moment to communicate before the initiative resumes, not take
Like a
actions.
bonus action sort of moment.
You're lucky that I'm even letting the healing of Jacques go through, because initiative didn't end when he was healed last session. So that's your little freebie, is that Jacquette's not doing death saves at the start of this session.
Thank you, DM.
But I will say, as you see the herald fly off, there is this sort of light that cascades through the army of the dead in front of you, almost like there's an invigoration going into them. Their eyes glow that same green color. You actually do see that the powers, the health, the life force that was drained from Fearn has been placed into the Death Lieutenant. Healing.
Oh, dang it!
So, I will give you guys the initiative count again. So we have Jacques at the top, Bruce, the Herald, but you're not sure if the Herald will actually participate in the fight any longer. Fearn, Baron, Saskia, Septimus, Zombie Horde.
Lieutenant, is he part of the zombie horde?
Lieutenant is part of the Zombie Horde. I'm just rewriting this so I have it cleanly. We ended with Baron's turn, causing the
Oh shit!
the-
So that's my
the
turn.
change. Yeah, so Saskia, you are up first.
All right.
Septimus on deck, and the enemy zombie horde after that.
Sean, while you're up, would it be possible to kind of like show the extent of where the blessed wart is? Like
Yes.
the aura? I don't know if that's
Those are pretty.
drawable on.
Yeah, I can do that. I can put something down. So it is. Where do I have them? I need to get myself some dry erase markers.
Ask for him from Santa.
Alright, I'm just gonna put down.
Or whatever works. I don't mean to
No,
be a
it's good.
pain. Let's get some combat music going.
Yeet.
Meow, 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 meow,
Do.
meow, meow.
So that
And
line
now-
there
Yes.
is where the protection is.
So you had originally described when the Herald approached that the lantern we have diminished in radius. Is that effect still going on?
It currently is.
Okay.
If the Herald continues to move away, you predict that it might return to its full strength.
Right.
But I actually also mentioned at the end of the last session that your lantern actually went out.
You weren't supposed to remember that.
When you guys got sucked into the ice pillar, the
Yeah.
lantern that he was holding went out. So you guys are currently not protected by Blessed Word at all. Unless you
Oh,
retreat
wait.
back to that line that I put there with the flame.
Oh.
In your current position, there is no protection from Blessed Ward. Saskia.
Mm-hmm.
You okay?
Mm-hmm. I'm strategizing. I'm refamiliarizing myself with all the shit I can do. It's been a while.
You are right here.
Okay. Is that thing above us a bridge?
It is.
Okay. Is it climbable? Like I can use my movement to climb, or should
So
I
since you
bounce?
don't have an innate movement speed, climbing is considered difficult terrain, and you used to use double movement to get up there.
All right. So then all right.
You can get up there with movement speed, but you would just get to the right at the top of it.
Yeah. Okay. Second question. So I have I have Steps of the Fae, which means I can cast Misty Step without expending a spell slot. Does that still count as a bonus action?
Yes.
Okay. All right, that's fine. So I will use that Steps of the Fae to Misty Step up onto that bridge. And I'd like to who all is under me now?
Everyone.
Everybody.
So
is everybody within 10 feet?
Well, no, because the bridge is like 25 feet up. So
Ah, shit. Okay. Well, it's okay. So I have this thing called Refreshing Step. Immediately after you teleport, it's you or one creature you can see within 10 feet. Is that within, like, I can see them within 10 feet, or they were within 10 feet of me when I teleported?
Can you read the description again for me?
Immediately after you teleport, you or one creature you can see within 10 feet gains 1d10 temp HP.
Because it says immediately after you teleport, it means it's from your destination, not where you were before.
Got it. Okay. Well, then that's okay. I'll still use it, and I will then 2 pew pews into Lieutenant.
6 pew pews.
Well, no, she used her bonus action.
Yeah,
Oh, right.
to Misty Step.
So go ahead and give me your 3 attacks.
Do I have 3? When did I get 3?
Yes. When we leveled up to 11.
Oh, shit. Hell yeah. All right, so the first one is a 21.
You have, like, specifically missed, like, combat sessions, it seems, in the last
That's
few
true.
weeks.
Yeah, so, yeah. 6 times I can do this, motherfucker. All right, so it's 21 hit.
It should, but then it doesn't when he brings his sword out and uses his reaction and literally just cleaves through with a massive magical parry as your Eldritch Blast just splits and hits 2 useless zombies behind him.
Oh, well, fuck that. 2 more shots. How about a natural 20 for a 30?
I always use that right before the nat 20. Oh, God.
All right.
Welcome to my life.
Ignore this roll. I just need to get rid of the automatic 10. All right, so it's going to be 10 plus 7, so 17. So 22 points of damage, force damage. And then last one is an 18.
Misses.
Okay. All right. That's it.
Okay. Septimus, you are up. You are, you see where Jacques is on there? You're right behind him.
Okay.
In there.
So-
And Sal is right here.
To clarify, the Blessed Ward lantern that I had got snuffed out.
Yes.
Is the Blessed Ward still there, though?
Yes. The Blessed Ward is still there. It's just, snuffed out. So you could take an action to relight it.
That is exactly what I'd like to do. As I will take an action, use a little bit of fire from my arm attachment and blaze it up again. And covered back up.
Oh no!
Ah!
Bridge.
Okay.
You're muted. I don't know how. Still muted. Still. It was literally, he went, and then everything after that cut out. There it is. Yep.
That was weird. My mic just stopped for some reason. I just unplugged it and plugged it back in.
That's
okay.
IT.
All right. So, Septimus, you've used your action to reignite the Blessed War. Is there anything you want to do with your bonus action or movement?
How far does the blessed word go?
15 feet around you and 15 feet above you.
I'm just gonna hang out right there.
So it doesn't quite protect Sass, but it protects everyone else.
I'll just hold tight for now.
All right. Okay, so it is the undead horde's turn now. Okay, so you see as you're looking ahead at this undead army that is appearing here, let's actually roll for this. Because they rolled poorly on their stealth, all of you hear this. Down the two alleyways to your left and right, you look off and see the Blessed Wart light. The very little of the Blessed Wart light that is shining is reflecting in the eyes of two large undead gnolls that seem to have appeared to your flanks. They have been summoned here by the Death Lieutenant. They have a separate initiative order to everything, the other zombies. So, the Death Lieutenant is going to put his sword forth, and you can see some of the undead do begin to march forward. Their eyes glowing the blue light that allows them to step into the Blessed War, even though they take damage. As 6 of them are going to charge forward.
I'm too warm.
Bruce, the Death Lieutenant, as he marches forward, triggers your snare trap.
Hey.
So what does he got to do?
He's got to make
Saving throw, right?
Yes, sir. 18. That would be
What kind of
I
save?
believe it's a dex.
Okay. Ooh,
Yes, dex.
natural 20.
Oh.
So I imagine the ropes or the snare of it, the trap goes up around him, and then he just sort of like swipes with the great sword as it all burns away in that turquoise flame. All right, the zombies are going to go for attacks. There's going to be 3 of them that are going to attack. Sal. I was like, who am I talking about? Sal. They're going to attack as a group. I don't think a 10 is going to hit Sal.
It does not.
Okay, so you can see these 3 zombies all rush Sal, and they're all like chomping and clawing and grasping at this robot, almost as if he is a full-flesh humanoid. But they're just like scraping their claws against the metal and biting onto nothing, and it's creating horrifying scraping noises, but they are not damaging Sal, as he's just trying to keep them off of himself.
Okay. He's not in the blessed ward, right?
He's actually just in the blessed wart. The minions are just outside of the blessed wart.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But also, when they have the blue in their eyes, it means that they will bypass the blessed wart, even though it will hurt them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then other 3 are going to go for attacks on Baron. They are going to hit Baron.
Bear.
You see, Baron is able to basically give a parry effect to block some of the attack, but they are going to get through to him, so he is going to take a little bit of damage. Not a lot, but he's taking damage. All right. That is the zombie's turn. The Death Knight is going to step forward, though, to start to get within range. He does have one more.
Yeah. You don't say.
I'm just saying what we're all thinking, all right?
All right. Let's see. 1, 2. Sass would not be affected by this, would she? No,
Oh,
Sass.
you son of a gun.
Don't do
Are
it.
you doing an AoE?
I am doing an AoE.
Oh, no. I hope it's dex-based, or else I'm cooked.
I'm cooked either way. I could save and I'm probably still cooked.
Okay. So it's going to hit everybody.
Zoinks.
But
Including me.
Yeah, it's going to get you, Sass, because you are conveniently 25 feet up, and this is a 30-foot sphere. basically all around him.
Sean.
Yes.
It might be too late for this, but when he enters 30 feet of me, can I use a reaction to use my mask ability to try and fear him?
Sure.
30 feet of you. DC 14 Wisdom saving throw.
Ooh. He got a 12. Oh, wait.
Hey!
Sorry, wait. He has advantage on it. He's got magic resistance. Sorry. I'm sorry.
But it's not magic. It's a spell. It's an item.
It's a spell.
It's a magical effect. It's not magic. It's a spell.
it's a
Yeah.
I would like to silvery barbs.
Oh, really? Because he did succeed. Yeah.
Oh.
Excellent. All right. He rolled the same thing.
Damn.
So that's
That was
he
worth
got
it.
he got a 24.
Yeah.
So he is able to resist the fear effect. I will say, like, as you do that, though, as the ancient Aldhalor mask comes down, and there's almost like this petrifying screech that comes from it, I imagine, he does hesitate for a second, almost in recognition. But then shakes his head, the skull just sort of shakes, and then he just brings the sword out and crashes it into the ground, sending out these ripples of necrotic energy all around him. He actually kills a bunch of his own zombies doing this.
That's fun.
But I need everyone.
No.
Actually, Fearn, you're the only one who doesn't have to do this because you're in full cover right now.
Oh, hell yeah.
I need everyone to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Ah, God damn it. Well, another reason to use silvery barbs, I gave myself advantage. So
There you go.
Well,
Oh.
Papa! Come to Papa, nat 20.
DC is 18.
Well,
I mean, I
got
still
a
might
5.
go down.
What'd you say, Jacquet?
I got a nat 20, but I still might go down because I can't evade this.
Oh, yeah. All right. Who got less than 18?
Aw.
Less than
What
what?
about 18?
Oh yeah.
Bruce, what'd you get?
Sorry, Dan distracted
good.
me. Am I rolling?
Fire him. Con
You're rolling
save.
Con save.
Oh, I'm so good, Deshaun. Are you?
Meh.
10. Actually, am.
10 fails, though. Okay. Don't worry, though. I rolled poorly on the damage.
Still worried.
Still worried. It's only 70 damage. It could have been 140.
No, it's honestly not that much. It's only 13 necrotic damage.
Oh.
I rolled really
Have.
low on the d6s. Most of them were 1 and 2s.
Nice. Very nice.
But if you failed your saving throw, you are knocked prone.
Do
I would like to use my reaction, please.
Sure.
For beguiling defenses. Immediately after a creature you can see hits you with an attack, you can reduce the damage by half, rounding down. So
Sorry, that doesn't work.
why?
It's not an attack.
It's a saving throw.
Never mind.
Unless Sean wants to
Plastic
allow
staff.
It's magic, not a spell.
I don't allow it. Mike, can you roll for Sal as well?
Oh, yeah.
Salvatore.
Baron passes.
Ow.
Can I do a different?
Oh, you also
reaction?
take half damage if you succeeded.
He just makes
Mhm.
18.
Nice. Okay, then he's going to take half damage. What is the other reaction you want to use, Saskia?
Hellish rebuke.
Read that to me.
Pretty sure it's just
Uh,
damage.
You take in response to taking damage from a creature that you can see within 60 feet of yourself.
That will work.
Burn that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Jacquet, you're on deck.
Aye, Captain.
Okay, so this is gonna be. He needs to make a Dex 18. Ooh, it's a lot of force.
He got a 19.
Damn it! All right, he takes 11 fire damage.
Okay. All right, excellent. Anything else, Saskia? Or that was
No.
your reaction? Never mind.
That was my reaction.
All right, so that's the end of the Death Lieutenant and the zombies' turn. Jacquet, you are up.
Cool. Am I in dim light?
No, because the Blessed Wart Lantern is right next to you.
Okay. Oh, is the storm... Are range attacks at disadvantage?
Not yet. The storm is still.
Okay.
You're still within the eye. The Herald has not gotten
Cool.
far enough away to get rid of that effect.
All right. Feline agility. 60 feet of movement. Can I climb up to the top of the house to your left? Yep.
Yes, you can.
Cool. Oh, nice. Bonus action hide.
Okay.
Am I in dim light or darkness?
Now you are in dim light or darkness. You would
Okay.
be in darkness right now.
And I should specify, am I within 80 feet of the bro?
The bro?
The bro, the big bad bro.
Yes, you are within 80 feet.
Dope. All right.
And you're up above, so the downward angle means that the zombie in front of him does not give him any cover.
Cool. All right, so that's a 27 on stealth.
You feel pretty confident he doesn't know where you disappeared to.
All right, then I will use my action to make an attack at advantage.
Excellent. Go for it.
Ooh, gross. 18 to hit.
18 will not hit.
Gross. Then Jacquette will sit up there and go, Why do I even bother sometimes? I swear, it's like, I'm not actually good. I'm a hindrance. I am. I'm a hindrance.
You guys hear Jacquette going through an existential crisis back there. As actually the gnolls are up now with Bruce on deck.
No. No.
Oh,
Damn
no.
it.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Motherfucker.
You can't fire off 6 Eldritch Blasts every turn and not expect something to happen to you.
Yeah, that's fair.
Especially when you're the only ally not in Blessed Wart Light.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh boy.
Okay.
Who's up on the roof over there with the blue?
That's Jacquette.
Jacquette.
That's I totally missed. Was not paying attention. You got up there.
Wow, okay. That's
Sorry.
cool. I pull off like maybe one of the most impressive maneuvers in D&D history, and you just ignore it.
That's the curse of the rogue. Nobody can see you do it.
Yep. Because you were so stealthy, Jacquette.
Saskia.
Uh-huh. That's me.
The gnoll to your left. Well, to your right. Our camera left.
The one
that's-
farther away.
The one further away.
Okay.
Stares at you, and you're like on the ground because you got knocked
Yeah.
prone. So,
I like rolled over onto my side.
you roll over and you look to this gnoll, and you can see immediately it starts to cackle, and then its eyes glow with this sickening green gaze. And I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw as you get kind of sucked into that gaze for a second.
Okay.
Con saving throw.
21.
All right,
Nice.
You are able to fight off its sickening gaze, which means you're immune to its sickening gaze for 24 hours, and you
Hell
avoided
yeah.
becoming poisoned for 24 hours.
Hell yeah. Don't look at these fuckers!
As you do that, you get attacked by the other one, and you are prone, so they have advantage.
Yeah. Counter spell.
I'm going to use my... Nope, doesn't work on attacks.
I know. It was being
Okay.
funny. Hence my silly tone, Sean.
First one's going to be a
her
claw.
silly tone.
First one's going to be a
But-
claw attack
Okay.
for a natural 20.
Ugh. Yeah.
Am I within 30, 60 feet of her?
You used
it.
your reaction, didn't you?
I get my
It was
turn.
before
came
it.
back.
It was his yeah, he got his reaction back. You are within
All right.
60 feet.
Silvery barbs that, please.
Okay?
Thank you, Jackie Touche.
Who's next in
Um,
initiative?
Bruce.
Bruce, are you gonna make an attack? You're not gonna make an attack.
You don't know that.
I don't, but I can assume. Fiern, I think, is after that. You have advantage on your next attack roll, saving throw, or ability check.
Jacquette, they have to take the new roll, right?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. They rolled a 3 for an 11, so that's not going to hit, I presume.
Nope.
Okay, excellent. So, Jacquette, what does it look like when you essentially block this claw swipe into Saskia?
Ah!
Yeah, so he's going in, and Jacquette's like, really? You're gonna hit a target that's already down? She's had a rough day, buddy. Maybe back off. And he's just like taken aback, this undead creature that's just like, what are you talking about? But it's enough for like Sass to like kind of roll a little out of the way as his claws come down.
Yeah, those of you below see this massive undead claw just break through the bridge and then pull itself out. As you, Sass, can hear that like hyena cackle under its breath as it then goes in for a bite for its second
shut the
attack.
fuck up. It's not that funny.
For a 23 to hit.
Yeah. My AC's not good. It's not good, y'all.
It's okay. It's okay.
Oh,
I don't know if it's okay.
Your AC is higher because you have the mage armor on, which is not, I assume, which is not
I think it's plus
reflective.
It's
It's
I think
13
it just
plus
adds
2.
one. Yeah, so it's I have 15, so 23 still hits.
Right,
Okay.
but just
But
for future.
First
Thank
for
you.
future reference. So that's... Okay, you're going to take 12 piercing damage.
Ow.
And
No more.
14 necrotic damage.
Oh,
Your hit point maximum
no.
is reduced by 14 points,
Jesus.
which lasts until you finish a long rest. If you are reduced to 0 hit points by this necrotic damage, you will die outright. No saving throws.
I'm not. Okay.
Okay, that is the hyena's turn. Or gnolls, not hyenas.
Cackling
which-
no, cackling no.
Exactly.
What?
All right, Bruce.
Where's my
Bruce.
turn, Sean?
The ground.
You're
behind
after
this-
Bruce.
Oh, I thought I was after
I'm-
Jaquette.
I'm on
No, you're after
under
Bruce.
this bridge, right?
Yeah. Yes, you are.
Alright.
You're on this side,
Okay.
and you are prone right now.
Well, they're just so nicely clumped together.
They are with 2 of your allies.
Wait, where are my allies?
Baron, and where's my
Can you
pointer?
point them?
Baron of dice.
There is the pointer.
Baron is right here.
Baron? Okay. All right,
and
Baron.
then Sal is right here.
Baron,
Saskia
Sal.
right here.
What do you guys do?
Saskia is 25 feet up, so she's probably... They're literally holding the line.
All right. Well,
Conveniently, though, that line is just outside of the blessed word.
yeah. Unfortunately, get in here, Baron. All right. Well, I'm gonna do a thing, Sean.
Do what you do
Let's do it.
best.
I'm gonna reach into my bag.
Your bag?
My bag.
Your bag?
All right. And I'm prone this whole time. All right. So I reach into my bag. I pull out the alchemist fire. Flame.
Oh, there you
Hell
go.
yeah.
I love to hear
And-
that.
I'm gonna roll around, okay, to a strategic position that is on the camera. It's on like the right side of the bridge, right underneath the bridge, adjacent to the house.
Yep.
And so I have a prime shot for a stream of fire using 10 charges of the alchemist flamethrower to hit both the death. Nice. I take out the gnoll.
And me.
I love this image of Bruce rolling in the snow with this flamethrower. It's like, all right, I got him.
I'm just rolling to dodge the flames as they shoot up through the bridge.
And
It is a cool image of Bruce just...
and then I'm gonna release 10 charges, and that's
Wow.
for the horde and the big boy. That's
Mhm.
a DC 15 dex.
Love to hear it. I love it when you guys use the cool items. Griffin
I
saddlebag,
love it when
by
you
the
call
way.
me Big Papa.
All right,
Pop,
I'm gonna
pop.
roll for the big guy first.
Big guy.
He did get a nat 20, so he'll do that
what?
6.5
Jeebus.
damage.
Again?
He's a big boy. He actually,
doesn't-
oddly enough, his dex He's not very good at Dex, but he's proficient in Dex saving throws.
Hmm.
Strange stat feature on this stat block.
Not that it mattered, just because he rolled 2 nat 20s.
He did roll a nat 20 right there. I have rolled 3 nat 20s now for this guy. So, Stefan, I'm not using my rigged nat 20 dice.
That's good to hear.
I found out that I have 3 sets of dice that have 3 nat 20s on them. Because one
And
session of our home game, I got so many nat 20s, and I was like, what's going on?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to roll for the undead.
And ever since he's been marked for death.
And rolls 2 groups. What is there? So they got, one of the group got 14, and one group got... or actually, what is the actual range of this? What is it hitting?
It's 30 feet in a line.
Is it in a line? Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's everyone saved.
Even the 14?
Well, I rolled for the second group and got the 14, not thinking that they are not the actual group getting hit.
Did they roll a 14, or is it the total?
No, they rolled a 14.
Okay, so they...
Well, no, the first group. So actually, can you actually pinpoint the exact line that you're going for here? Is it like this?
No, like from where I am, in a line between the Death Knight and the minions. Just avoiding Sal and Bairn.
Okay, so you got one of the groups of undead and the Death Knight. Death Knight saved. The undead group, I'm gonna say failed.
Okay.
So the undead group don't even need to roll damage. They're gonna die from this. But go ahead and roll damage for the half damage to the undead.
That would be... so it's 29 halved, which I imagine is 14, because it's you take the lower number, right?
Yes. So 14 fire damage.
14 fire damage. And then with whatever little movement speed I have left, I'd like to run away towards the Blessed Ward.
So you had 5. You crawled for 10 feet.
Yeah.
The funny thing is you have the boots. You're like crawling on top of the snow. You're not like in the snow.
Right.
So you have 20 more feet of movement. So you can get back in the Blessed Ward light.
Okay.
Crawling the whole time.
Crawling the whole time. Yeah.
Rolling the whole time.
Hell yeah. Is that all I'm gonna do?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
No, that'll be all.
Okay. Nope, I'm looking in the wrong place. Just remembering that I don't have to type 5e when I'm searching on D&D Beyond.
It could probably help.
Okay. So, from the skies, the Herald does not get back his terrifying breath.
Oh, thank Gorsh.
Good lord.
So, Fearn, you are up.
Can I get to the right side of the lieutenant, Sean?
Let me check. The issue for you, Fearn, is that everything is difficult terrain for you compared to other folks.
What if I slide on my belly like a seal?
Nope.
That sounded like yes to me.
You can get there with your
man.
With the difficult terrain.
Could I get to anybody bad?
Unfortunately,
In the
no,
difficult
because Bruce just killed the ones that would have been in your range when you got here.
Okay, sorry, Stefan. I guess I'm not making use of your advantage that you gave me. But
It's alright. I believe in you.
I'm gonna go. Ooh, Do I keep myself safe or do I do big move? I'm gonna cast Shatter on
Ooh.
everything.
What's the radius of that?
It is a 10-foot sphere, which is a radius? Range area is 10 feet.
You can get 3 of them without hitting Baron, or you can get all of
Wait,
them
where's
while
Baron?
hitting Baron.
Is Baron the one in the middle? Ah.
So you can hit 3 of them, including the big guy, without hitting Baron. You could hit all of them if you hit Baron also.
Dang. Can't hit Baron. Yeah, I'm gonna go for the 3 without the Baron. And they need to make a very easy saving throw. Con 13.
Jesus. The the big guy gets a nat 20 again.
Okay, well, I'm
Double check those dice first, Sean.
It's this one.
All right.
It says the hell yeah is the hell yeah whenever you get a nat 20.
Okay, so he didn't get a nat 20, he got a hell yeah.
He did, which is stronger than a nat 20 actually. You
It's
take the
true,
damage.
yeah.
it's because they carved extra words out of that side, so it's so.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the zombies fail though. He succeeds.
Okay. It's going to be. Is he a construct? He would have disadvantage. Construct.
He is
It's
not a
3d8
construct.
thunder
He's an
damage.
undead.
I figured as much.
But you're asking if Baron was a construct.
This is when you see find out he's been a construct this whole time.
That is 17 thunder damage for those who failed. And it also deals damage to non-magical objects, if that matters for any reason.
The old
Non-magical
clothes,
objects, like the
old
bridge that's above
clothes
us.
On, yeah. No, he didn't. He didn't hit the bridge. He didn't hit the bridge.
Okay.
Real quick, by the way, Silvery Barbs now lasts for a minute. So that advantage you have, you can use anytime in the next minute.
Oh, that's great. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
Great. Make a spell that's super
Bless you.
strong, even stronger.
Thank you.
Hey, they did it, not me.
That's
Well,
true.
all
And
all
I'm
the
not the type
snow.
of DM to ban a spell.
But you
Unless
should
you guys
blown
ask me
away.
to. Like, anyway.
All of a sudden, the Herald comes back and goes, "No, fuck you, Shockwave. Power
all
word
of you.
kill."
And I'm also gonna multicast it. I'm sorry. What was the damage again? Do they take half if they succeed?
Yes.
So how much is the damage?
17 thunder damage.
Okay. Okay, cool. All right, so you see 2 zombies get absolutely obliterated into they get vaporized by this. As the Herald, or not Herald, the Death Lieutenant is resisting the damage, but is not able to completely resist it. All right. Anything else, Farron?
Yes, I'm going to use a bonus action to cast Second Wind on Misa to gain some health.
Nice.
And, Sean, let me just, so I gain 17 health back.
Mm-hmm.
If I were to action surge, could I use that action to, use, a magical item instead of spell? I know I can't cast a spell because I already did one.
If it's an action, it gives you an action back.
Okay.
Right? I mean, read, what does Action Surge say?
Yeah, it just gives you an action.
Yeah, you may take one additional action except the magic action.
So that just means you can't cast spells with it.
Right.
But utilizing an object.
Yeah, even if the object casts a spell. That's I wasn't gonna do that anyway, but
okay, that's where we're getting into how the items I've given you kind of probably need to be rewritten for 2024 rules
Mhm,
to be
mhm.
what types of actions you need for certain aspects. Because I imagine they did that so that counterspell can affect more things than just spells. Where it's like if it's a magic action, counterspell can work against it. I believe. Man, I have to really read some of these rules again. But yeah, it does give you an action back. You just can't use the magic action, which is I think typically reserved for casting spells.
Okay, so I'm gonna use the Soaring Thunder ability of my
Oh, that's
Maul,
perfectly fine.
which allows me to catapult it at you. DC 15 something.
All right. What's the actual saving throw type?
I'm checking. Dex DC 15.
He got a 21.
Damn. Okay, I'm just never gonna use saving throws again.
It's a pretty burly enemy.
Okay, that's all I got.
Does he take half damage from the catapult? Or no, I don't think. I think it just keeps moving.
It doesn't say he doesn't.
It has to say he does. For it to take that damage. So your maul flies back and kills like 3 zombies that are just in the back line. Okay, Baron is up. He's gonna go for an attack on these zombies. Try to take him out. He does so. You see him flourish his longsword in a way where he slices through one of them and then stabs into the next one using a follow-through attack on the minions. An overkill. And he's going to go for his second attack on the big guy. And he does not succeed on his second attack. As you see, he comes up and brings his longsword up, and the Death Lieutenant just parries it easily with his great sword. That is Baron's turn. Saskia, you're up.
That's
You're
me.
prone.
All right. Yep. I'm going to use half my movement to stand up. And then I'm going to look that gnoll right in the face. I'm going to flip it off. And then I'm going to Misty Step to the opposite rooftop using my bonus action. Opposite rooftop of Jacquette.
Wow.
And I will be using the Dreadful Step ability. So creatures within 5 feet of the space I left or the space you appear in, my choice, must succeed on a DC 17 Wisdom saving throw or take 2d10 psychic damage.
Jesus. 17.
I hope they're not wise.
Okay, let's roll. And it's within 10 feet of you?
Creatures within 5 feet of the space I left, so the one that was right in my face.
Okay, so just the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
They only got a 14.
Yay! So that's gonna be 8 points of psychic damage to that gnoll.
Okay.
And then I'm going to Eldritch Blast the lieutenant from my new perch.
Go for it.
First one, it's gonna miss. Second one, also gonna miss. And the third one, dirty 20.
Dirty 20 just hits.
Oh, thank God. That's gonna be 9 points
Actually,
of force damage.
Just gonna use this reaction to cut through that again to cause it not to hit.
Well, then that's it.
You're experiencing what all wizards have to experience with legendary resistances. It's just your purpose is to eat legendary resistances.
Yeah. It's fine. It's fine.
It's super interesting because Eldritch Blast is such an interesting thing with it being like one attack that has these 3 beams. Because technically you could think of that in an interesting way, but doesn't matter. All right, Saskia, anything else? You used your bonus action to teleport and you and you used your half your movement. All right, perfect.
Yep. All done.
Seppi,
It's me.
you're up.
So it's just the two gnolls and the lieutenant left.
Yes. Well, I mean, there's a horde of zombies behind him that are probably going to engage on the next zombie turn. But right now,
Okay.
active in the fight is the two gnolls and the lieutenant.
And Jaquette's away. Sass is away. Bruce
Yes.
is running away.
So something to keep in mind is that Saskia and Jacquette are not in Blessed Wart protection. Technically, at this point,
Guys.
Fearn isn't either because the light is being blocked by by the wall. Baron also actually isn't. No, really, it's just you and Bruce in the Blessed Wart light.
Yeah, but the Herald can't see me because I'm under the bridge.
Fair.
Fion, how are you looking?
Not great, but better than I was a few seconds ago. I have 26 HP.
And then Bruce, you're running away.
Oh yeah, I'm fine.
Of course. You know what? I'll do it anyway. Why not? I'm gonna cast Aura of Life.
Ooh. What does that do?
My headphones off at the worst thing. What are you casting?
Aura of
Aura.
Life.
Oh.
An aura radiates.
That's a good one.
An aura radiates from you in a 30-foot sphere for the duration. While in the aura, you and your allies have resistance to necrotic damage, and your hit point maximums can't be reduced. If an ally with 0 hit points starts its turn in the aura, they regain 1 hit point.
Ooh, that's really good. If only he used it 1 turn ago, Sass, you wouldn't have lost those maximum hit points. But it's good because the hyenas
It's fine.
the gnolls can reduce your hit points.
Yes.
Excellent.
I saw
So that's your action?
So, yes, that is my action.
All right, anything with your bonus action or movement?
Can't really do anything with a bonus action that's not spell related. But I will move up actually. Where's Sal?
Sal is 15 feet ahead of you. If you move up 1 space, you'll... Well,
Is he
actually,
the one
Sal
that's by the pillar?
Yeah, Sal's right in front of the pillar.
And then that's Fear to the left or right?
Fear to the right, Baron to the left.
Okay. I'll get up, I'll just go right behind Sal.
The good thing about going right behind Sal is the light will creep around and get Fearn in there too.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh,
I guess that's my biggest.
You do have to use half your movement speed to stand up because you are prone.
True, but I will do that. I think that should still get me there, right?
It does.
I guess just so there's not a semantic. I want to make sure that I get Fear encapsulated in the light as well. I want to move out so I get both Baron, Sal, and Fear in the Blessed Wart.
Right now, they are all in the Blessed Wart. The only person on the ground not in the Blessed Wart now is Bruce.
Well, he's running away.
Like a
I'm
brave
sorry,
boy.
he's rolling away.
Exactly. Anything else, Septimus?
That'll do it for now.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
No problem. The lieutenant holds up his sword, and there is another rallying of undead.
Gulp.
Through the nights. Dang, they're just like coming out of the woodwork here. Holy shit.
Yeah, they are coming out of the
No.
alleyways now, not just the behind you guys. Although these all are in the Blessed Wart, so they probably won't last very long in here. The Death Lieutenant does move up to Fearn.
Uh-oh. What you got, big guy?
What you know about me? What you know about me?
He's going to use a bonus action to cast Staggering Smite on his main attack against you.
Oh.
Nope.
As he's going to go for his first attack on you.
Net 20. Calling it.
He didn't say no.
Is it 26 hit?
It will, unless I can't do. Well, I can do a reaction, but still would be a hit. I think, unless somebody has something else. Please.
Nope.
Wait, maybe.
You got a reaction, Mike?
No, but Sal does.
Oh.
Sal is within 5 feet of.
Sal's within
of
5
both
feet.
of
He can give a deflect attack that imposes disadvantage on the attack roll.
them. Ooh,
Cool.
okay. That we can work with that.
We can.
Oh,
Stop rolling 20s.
I did roll another nat 20, but thankfully it's disadvantaged. So he has to take the 15 to
Right.
26. So the 20 is wasted, so to speak. But it's still going to hit.
Fearn.
I appreciate the effort.
Fearn, can you also give me a wisdom saving throw? For the staggering
Sure.
smite?
Yeah. I'm not sure it'll matter much, but okay.
You can use advantage from Silvery Barbs if you're inclined.
On the saving throw?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I got a 10 on the saving throw, but I also can use other things to
Oh,
increase
right.
it. But the advantage might be better than that. I don't know. 11's pretty average, but I don't know if I'm gonna do. Practical Mind is only gonna give me a plus 10. So I would have to. Yeah, I'll take the advantage and roll again. Nat 20, let's go.
There you go.
Boom, there we go.
Nice. So you resist the disadvantage that would be imposed upon you until the end of your next turn by the Staggering Smite, which would have been disadvantage on everything, like attacks, saving throws, everything, until your next turn.
But I had
you are-
advantage anyway, would have canceled out.
Yeah, sort of, but not exactly, because this protects you more than that would. Okay, so first bout of damage, because there's 3 types of damage you're going to take here. First one
I'm
is
gonna die.
9 slashing damage from the long sword,
Okay.
and then an additional 25 necrotic damage from the undead energy of the sword. You do have resistance thanks to Mike against that.
Oh, okay. What does that make it? 25 divided by 2?
12.
I'm
12.
dumb.
12.
And then
Okay.
the last amount of damage is from the Staggering Smite, because the extra damage of it is not part of the saving throw, it just happens.
Ooh.
So that's going to be 4d6. So then
Oh my god, I'm done.
Stop
is
dying.
12 psychic damage.
Can I absorb? No, I'm dead.
Psychic is not an elemental damage.
Yeah, that downs me.
Okay. All right, it is going to take its next attack on Sal, as the closest person to him.
No.
Because he actually can't fit past his own guy there. So it's a 26 against Sal.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Cripes.
Okay, that's going to be 11 slashing damage. And then an additional 20 necrotic damage, which is halved because Sal is resistant from being in your aura.
Aura.
And then he's going to go for his third attack on Sal as well. I don't think this one's going to hit with a 15.
It just hits.
Just hits, okay. Well, actually... Alright, so that's going to be 14 slashing damage.
Mm-hmm.
Plus... 23 necrotic damage.
Oh my god.
So that'll be reduced
My
to 11
God.
damage. As he basically
looking
just
rough, but he's still up.
hews through Fjern, and then brings the sword down for another swipe against Sal, where you can see it sort of rips apart his chassis and then brings it back up where it just starts to mangle Sal's mechanical arms. As the Death Knight just sort of did that in one fluid motion, as it's then ready to go and keep fighting.
No. Oh.
One of the zombies makes a rush for Bruce.
He gonna get you.
He gonna get you, boy.
Bruce, you are prone, so it has advantage on the attack.
But like I'm basically prone all
But
the
I'm
time,
Bruce.
bud. I'm Bruce.
18
He was
to hit.
prone for flavor.
Sorry, wait, you said did something hit?
18 to hit.
That just makes it. I'm 18. I got 18 armor class.
Okay, you're going to take 6
Wow.
bludgeoning damage.
Oh! Ow. Sean.
Oh, no.
Wow. 6
Sean.
bludgeoning damage.
Sean. Ow!
I just took the wombo combo. And you're like,
Septimus, 2 of these zombies are going to attack you.
but that's illegal.
I don't think the first one's going to hit with a 12.
No. Get this
Second one, I
shit
do
outta
think is going to
here.
hit with a 22.
Oh! It just hits.
5 bludgeoning damage.
Wait, hold on. Never mind. Okay.
And then I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw to maintain your concentration out of Aura of Life. DC is 10.
DC is you.
Well, yes. The DC is always me.
17.
All right, you maintain concentration. Okay, 2 are going to attack Sal. One is a
Sal.
natural 20 against Sal. Oh, 2 natural 20s against Sal.
Let's go
Christ.
dice.
Yeah,
So
for real.
Sal is going to take 17 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, Sal
God
just
damn.
crumbles.
And then 2 are going to attack Baron. First one's going to hit. Second one's going to miss. Baron is going to take 5 bludgeoning damage.
God damn.
All right, these zombies are really hoarding, like really like aggressively going for this space. But you also see at the end of their turn,
They die.
5 of them burst into Blessed Wart Flame and are destroyed.
Into tears, and they all run home to mommy.
Is the Herald their mommy?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
As they're able, basically just with the last ounce of their breath before they burn up in the holy light, are able to just get their attacks off. That is the end of the zombies and the lieutenant's turn. Jacquette, you're up. Bruce, you're on deck.
Cool. Can I, if I move up to the other side of the roof line, basically to get like some kind of cover. Do I still have line of sight on Lieutenant?
Let me check. Oh, almost did split. From that position, while you would yourself get cover, the lieutenant would also get a little bit of cover. He would have half cover.
All right, then before I do that, I'm gonna bonus action hide. For a 30 on my stealth.
Yeah, you're pretty hidden.
And then I will make a crossbow attack against him.
Go for it.
For a 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
All right, and he's a large creature.
He is, yes.
Where are those new sneak attack things? All right, I'm gonna nix 1d6 of damage on a sneak attack to trip him. DC 16 con saving throw, or else he's prone.
Ooh, I like that. All right,
Thanks.
so con, you said, right?
Dex.
Dex, okay. Dex, he got an 18.
Jeebus chrome. All right, that's 17 magical piercing.
Nice. Nice. All right. He is certainly looking in rough shape right now.
All right, and then Jacquet will move to be in cover behind the roof line.
How much cover do you want?
I'll take
'Cause you could get
3/4. Okay. Well, if I'll do 3/4 so that I can have line of sight for potential silvery barbs.
Okay. Yeah, you can maintain line of sight with 3/4. All right. Anything else, Jacquet?
And
all right. It is the gnolls' turn.
Oh, what the fuck?
Okay. One is going for Saskia.
Ah. Okie dokie. Artichoke. No more max hit points reduced, please.
Well, you're not in the aura of light.
No, I'm telling you. No, thank you.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'll take that into consideration as I roll this dice. Okay. Dirty 20 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is with its claw attack.
Okay.
Plus 10 slashing damage.
Do I have my reaction back? Or not yet?
I
I don't remember.
When
if
did
it's
you use
been-
it?
I think I had my turn before.
What'd you
I
use
used-
it to do?
I
Yes,
did
you did
Hellish
not.
Rebuke. I used it for Hellish Rebuke, which I think was a round ago.
Your turn
Yeah.
has come. Yeah, you have your reaction back.
Great. Well, in that case, now I would like to use
Actually,
beguiling
really quickly,
defenses.
you do notice that the undead gnoll, as it's climbing the walls of this house and coming up to attack you, you hear screams from inside of the people who live there, hearing the clawing on the side of the house, and you watch as
jeez.
the skin of the gnoll begins to regenerate and heal.
Okay. Well, I would like to use my beguiling defenses, because that counts as an attack, right?
Yes, it was a direct hit, yeah.
Okay, great. So I'm going to reduce that damage by half. And then I force the attacker to make a wisdom 17 saving throw.
Okay. Wisdom?
Yep.
They got a 12.
Great. They take 10 points of psychic damage.
Love it. All right. Its second attack on you
Yeah.
is its bite, which is an
Ow.
18 to hit.
Ow.
Okay. This one's a little deadlier than the claws. 15 piercing damage.
How many? 15?
I'm sorry, no. I take that back. The 15 is the necrotic damage. The piercing damage is 8 piercing damage.
Okay, 15 and
Necrotic.
8.
Your maximum hit points are reduced by 15.
Okay.
What's your maximum hit points at?
Currently, whatever 88 minus 15 is.
Also the 14 from before. Oh, unless you
Yeah,
already
well,
did
it was already reduced, so max is 73 right now.
All right. Second gnoll is going to go for Septimus. As it jumps down from the bridge above behind him. Septimus is an 18 to hit.
Does not hit.
All right, its claws scratch against your ancient plate armor. Second attack is a 19 to hit.
Can't hit. Come on.
Nice. This
Turtle.
gnoll is like clawing and biting at you as you're turtling up in this armor and keeping it at bay. All right, Bruce, you are up. There is a zombie in front of you and a gnoll to your right. You are prone. Right here.
Sean, I am prone no longer.
Oh, he stands. He rises.
I rise. This is just like a peewee zombie, right?
I'm sorry. Say that
Bruce
again.
doesn't know
Yeah. This is just a
But-
peewee boy.
Well, Bruce doesn't know that. Bruce is like.
I mean, Bruce, you would see like a really disheveled zombie. Like you killed a lot of them earlier. You know that these things are weak.
In that case, no. Why do anything fancy when you can just?
Smack him with a frying pan.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have the frying pan anymore. I've got this.
Oh,
really fancy
that's
shield
right.
now.
That's right.
I could smack him with a bone.
You could smack him with the bone.
I might smack him with a bone. But Bruce doesn't do that. Okay, wait, who's like right below the zombie? 10 spaces.
That is Theon unconscious in the ground
Okay. All right. Yeah, it looked weird because he was sideways.
with a big gash in his chest.
Remember, both Fjern and Sal will get up at the start of their turns.
I was going to
Okay.
say that, yeah.
Okay.
That is true. I forgot about the Aura of Life. And the hyena did not get any attacks off on Septimus, so he didn't have to do any saves.
All right. So this is what we're gonna do, Sean.
The show's going to go down.
This is how it's gonna go down.
Oh, yeah? Yeah? You're going to use your God mode, Bruce?
Yeah. You see, Sean, you know my character sheet so well. I
Makes me think about when I made a stat block for an avatar of a god for you to use on your allies.
oh right, that was fun. Really enjoyed that. I think the session after that, Tim quit. Anyway,
He actually loved
Was
that
it?
session.
yeah, no, because I'm pretty sure. Never mind. Anyway, so here's what we're gonna do, Sean. We're gonna go in a counterclockwise motion around the zombie. I am going to do like a little bit of a battle cry, aka a
Bruce, yep.
yelp. Yep. Yep.
Okay.
That's a bonus action. And I'm going to be on... That's while I'm going in a counterclockwise motion in hopes to get the gnoll and the zombie in motion.
That would
it
be easy
probably
to
won't
do, yeah. You could definitely get
probably
both of
won't
them.
probably won't matter. But I'm never going to leave the threat range of the zombie.
Yep, no problem.
I'm gonna on the opposite end of the zombie. I am then going to magnify gravity in the area in which I just was to capture the zombie and the gnoll.
Yes, is
And not
Magnify
myself.
Gravity a circle?
It is. It is a 10-foot radius.
Okay.
I might capture some of the innocent civilians inside the house, but that's okay. Sacrifice I'm willing to make.
Where's my... I don't have my circle. Fortunately, based on the positioning, they are just one square away from being able to be both caught in it with 10 feet.
What? Really?
Because if you look at it the way that the gnoll is,
Yeah.
if you put, I mean, you could do it, but you'd capture yourself in it.
Yeah, but can I keep going around in a circle?
Oh, like you want to go one more? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Totally. Oh yeah, yeah. You could definitely get him now. Okay, cool. Sorry, I misunderstood.
Sorry.
All right. So, what kind of saving throw is it?
It's a Constitution saving throw. DC 18.
Ooh-wee. The zombie succeeds, oddly enough, with a natural 20.
Oh.
The gnoll fails.
All right. Well, let's see how much damage it take. I always roll really low on this. 6 damage. So that's 3 damage to the zombie. And 6 damage to the gnoll. His gnoll speed is halved.
It's gnoll speed.
Gnoll speed.
6 damage, you said?
Yeah.
Gnoll A. Damage. Zombie also takes.
There was potential to do way more damage.
I've been noticing that with spells as I've been using spells against you guys this fight with the Death Lieutenant, and I'm like, wow, sometimes spells can really suck if you roll really low. All right. Anything else, Bruce?
Yeah, I'm actually going to continue that circle around the zombie back to my original position. Yeah, that should be good.
You were right here.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you can do that. Okay. That was Fear or Bruce's turn.
But now it's my turn?
No, it is the Herald's turn technically. The Herald does not get his terrorizing breath back. And since this is his second time not getting his breath back, he is done with you and begins flying away. I was really only hoping to just take you all out with one fell swoop. So he's just like, screw it. I'm just going to go back to what I was doing before. Which means at the top of the next initiative count, the blizzard conditions will return. Which means, Jacques, you will get one more turn before the blizzard conditions come, because it'll be on initiative count 20. So you can all start to see the snow flurries starting to go again as the eye of the storm leaves. But initiative count 20, so after the Gnoll's turn, the blizzard conditions will return. It means your ranged attacks that aren't spells will be at disadvantage. All right. Fear, now you are up. So you bounce up with 1 HP. Mike, is it at the top of their turn?
It's at the start of the turn, yeah.
Perfect. All right, so you are still prone, but you do get 1 HP back at the start of your turn.
Okay. I'm going to stand up,
Perfect.
and then I'm going to use my bonus action, Thunderous Recall, in order to make this guy roll a Dexterity saving throw, DC 15.
Excellent, because it is going to go through him. You got a 21.
Cool. But I have my sword back now, or maul, so it's time to attack.
Perfect. Go for it.
$26 to hit, Sean.
26 is going to hit, no matter what.
Cool.
Stefan.
Excuse.
Aaron, you're inside the Blessed Sword Light, right? Yes, you are.
Yeah. 16 bludgeoning, 10 thunder damage from that first attack. I'm going to use the...
16 bludgeoning, 10 thunder?
Yes. Are you ready? I'm going to keep going.
Yeah, go for it. You're still ready.
Okay. Rolling with advantage now because I used the sap ability to give him disadvantage on my next attack.
To give him disadvantage on his next attack or advantage on your
No,
next attack?
I get advantage on my attack when
Okay,
attacking him. That thing. I got 2 3s, which is
No.
adds up to a 12.
That does not hit.
Yikes.
Okay, so that second one misses. Third one.
Versatile levels roll.
Yeah, right. It's BS.
Do I still get the advantage if I missed? Probably not, right?
It's your next attack.
But the silvery barbs last a minute until I use it, right?
You can use the silvery barbs.
But
for
no,
advantage
I
on this.
can't. I used it for a saving throw that I failed anyway.
Ah, okay. Okay. So then a regular attack.
The third attack is a 24 to hit.
That would hit, but he's going to use his reaction to parry it.
No.
Parry the platypus?
That's
I
right.
don't even know where.
I'm not sure what else I got. I used my bonus action.
You got. I think you have
I
nothing.
have
left.
I have like 5 feet of movement.
You do have 5 feet of movement, yes. Which,
Take an opportunity attack.
or you could just shift 1 square to your character's left, and nothing will happen.
Is Sal down or just prone?
Sal
Sal
will
is
pop
down.
up at the start of his next turn. With
Right.
1 HP.
So yes.
I don't know. I am my turn. Oh wait. I did hit him with my third attack, so I do a
No,
ability
you missed.
thingy.
It missed because he parried it.
Oh,
It
okay.
adds 6 to his AC for that attack.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. I'm done.
Okay. Alrighty then. It is Baron's turn. He's gonna run up and take some swings on this. Actually, no, he's not.
Gonna use his longbow.
Because his longbow deals more damage and radiant damage. He's actually probably going to attack the gnoll, actually. Try to hamper that. He's got advantage, don't forget. Oh, thank you. I did forget.
How could you?
Wow.
I forgot.
Wow. You know
Nat
what I
20?
got? Double nat ones.
Oh my god.
What is this BS?
Sean's dice are telling a story tonight, and that story is a TPK.
Real.
Is it just his next attack, or is it all attacks until the end of your next turn?
It's all attacks.
Okay, so he'll still get advantage on his second attack. Okay, this one will hit. Okay, so that is 11 piercing damage, and then... Ooh, nice. 11 piercing. and then 13 radiant damage. All right. You notice that any regenerative properties of the gnoll seem to be stilted by the radiant damage.
Good.
All right, that is the end of Baron's turn. Saskia, you're up. There's a gnoll on your
I
tail.
know.
Shoot them all.
All right. So I'm going to reach out, grab it, and I'm going to cast Chill Touch.
Okay. Is it an attack roll or a saving throw?
It's an attack roll.
Go for it.
24 to hit.
That'll hit.
Great. It's going to take 3d10 necrotic damage, and it cannot regain hit points until the end of my next turn.
Ooh, nice.
So that's going to be 16 points.
It is resistant to necrotic.
I figured. But I
the
wanted
heal
that.
thing is
I wanted the
pretty good.
heal thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to charge up my bracers, and I'm going to cast
for
it
it.
again.
Go for it. Love that. Man, there's not a better weapon in the game for a warlock.
Than these illusionist
true.
bracers.
as
It's amazing.
a cantrip heavy class and just like everything. It's awesome. All right, what's the attack roll?
22.
That'll hit.
All right. So that's going to be 21 points of necrotic damage. So 10.
Nothing to
All right.
sneeze at.
So still resistant, but the eldritch energy of your magic is fighting against the innate necrotic energy of this gnoll to keep it from healing.
Good.
Anything else? You have your movement.
Yeah.
It is in your range, so you would take an opportunity attack if you move.
Yeah. How far away is the thing down below?
What thing?
The other rooftop? Like if I jumped, is it gonna hurt?
It's every 5 feet of
Yes.
it's a d6. So.
Yeah, you would take 3d6 damage.
It's just gonna
I mean, you could-
follow
You
me.
could fall. You can walk down 5 feet and then jump, and you'll take 2d6.
I'll still take the opportunity. I'm not healthy, friends.
You
So-
really, without teleportation, you kind of can't get out of here without an attack of opportunity.
Well, you know what?
You could always risk
I
it,
could
though.
still, yes, I could risk it and they could miss. But they could still follow me and they're still gonna fuck my shit up. So I might as well just stay.
Okay.
And sad face. You know what?
Okay. I will say this might not mean anything to anyone, but these are gnolls. It's just something to think about the feralness of gnolls. It's just something maybe to think about.
/ look up because I don't know what you're talking
No,
about.
there's nothing to look up. It's just a context clue of how gnolls typically fight. They're
You know what?
ferocious.
Fuck it. I'm gonna dangle down 5 feet off of this ledge and then just let go. I'm gonna risk the opportunity attack.
Okay, so you will risk the opportunity.
Yep. Miss, 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 miss,
I
miss.
think that might miss. That's a 14.
Fuck!
No, that just misses. 'Cause you have the mage armor.
Oh, that's
Right.
right. I do have my armor. Yeah.
So it's like you go to leap down, and it goes for it actually just goes for a bite on you because it's more deadly attack. And your mage armor just rebounds it back.
Leave me the fuck alone. Go away.
As you stumble across the side, you do take 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, okay. Well. Okay. Seppi.
You dead? You teleported away.
I know, but I didn't think it was gonna follow me.
No, you're not allowed to go save her. You have to keep me alive.
Because you drop down, you do technically still have 25 feet of movement.
Bask in my beautiful light.
All right. 5, 10, 15. If I go diagonally across Well, I guess it doesn't matter. I can just go. Well, no, I do want to go diagonally across because I want to be on the edge there. Oh, I forgot the bridge was there.
Also, you want to go towards Septimus and his aura, not away.
Yeah.
You can use your movement to get in Septimus's aura's range, because his
Right.
aura has 30 feet of range. The bridge is 25 feet up, so you just need
Right.
to get close enough to Septimus. You have just enough movement speed to do that.
Great. Let's do that then. Thanks.
You're back to your original spot. All right. Anything else, Sass? I think that's literally
No,
everything you can
That's
do.
literally everything I can do. Yep.
Septimus! There's
That's me.
undead gnoll right behind you. The big guy 10 feet away from you. And another gnoll that's out of your sight.
Is everything within 30 feet?
Like everybody?
Yes.
Everybody except for Jacquette.
Well, yeah, but the undead people.
Yes.
We're
No,
gonna
the
turn
other-
undead.
Nice. We love to see that.
Yeah, it took me long enough.
Oh, you're turning undead?
Turning undead.
All right. What is the save for that?
It is a wisdom saving throw, 17.
Okay, I'm gonna do the gnoll first. Ooh, the gnoll fails hard.
Get him.
Get him. The Death Lieutenant succeeds.
No.
Silvery barbs, please.
The Death Lieutenant
Cast golden
gets a
non-barbs.
17. Does that pass?
Oh, just passes.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna throw that onto. Who's
the
up next?
You are up next after Septimus.
I'm gonna throw it onto what's his name? Sal.
Sal? Oh yeah, because Sal
Yeah.
will be.
Who just got
This-
up right now?
Yeah.
Yep, Sal just got up. Well, he needs to stand up on his own, but.
So that gnoll that failed should take some damage, right?
That's right. How much damage does the gnoll take?
Talking to me?
Yes.
Well, he didn't. Oh, the null.
The
I
gnoll
thought-
failed.
it's
The gnoll
5d8.
failed.
Yeah, 5d8.
Woo! That's Null A. I have them labeled as Null A and Null B.
That makes sense.
Did the other null pass too?
The other
He's outside
Null
your
is
range.
outside of your range.
Well, that's a nulling.
What?
Boo.
I try.
Roll your damage.
Roll your damage.
Oh, I do that.
Yes, you did it.
I don't do anything.
Except
22
keep
radiant.
everyone alive and deal 28 radiant
22
damage.
radiant
Or
damage
22.
to this little man.
He's a gnoll
Ooh-wee.
man.
This Null is looking crisp.
No.
It does not have a lot of health left, but it is still alive.
Oh. Well, that's my action.
That
the
is
bonus
you can cast a spell because that was
Yeah, I
your
know. I have
channel
fun doing
divinity.
it. Yeah, well, healing word. I'm
Um,
going to healing word. Probably Fearn. Yeah, Fearn.
Thank you.
What level am I gonna do this at? I'll do it at a decent level. I'll do it level 3. Healing word. Where the frig is it? There it is. You heal for 15 damage. A lot of
Yay.
That's fucking bullshit. That's 5 ones or 4 ones.
Oh
No.
no!
Well, that's Septi's turn.
Okay.
But Han, excuse you. I've
Yeah,
forgotten
Seppi?
this multiple times.
It's Sal's turn.
Sal's up and he's pissed and he's gonna be throwing
Yeah.
punches.
He also has advantage
He does
on his
yes.
first attack.
Yes. So he's gonna go punch the
Lieutenant.
lieutenant.
Lieutenant Dan.
Lieutenant Dan. Get him. Punch.
Punch,
to
punch.
Wait. Signature
Yes.
attack. Melee attack.
He has 2 attacks.
Yeah, 2 attacks, yep. First attack. 21.
That'll hit.
Okay, so 2d6. Plus proficiency bonus, which 4. So it's 8 force damage.
Okay, as he goes
Then
in.
he's going to go for a second attack, second punch.
Go for it.
Ooh, 22.
That'll hit.
Second punch deals 11 points of force damage.
11 points of force damage.
Yes.
Don't you want to use his Machina's Might?
Can I use that as a bonus action?
No, it's just when you hit a target,
Oh,
you can
shit.
choose.
Nice,
damn.
nice. What does this do?
When
I put a lot of work into that.
I appreciate that.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
Use his damn abilities.
When Sal hits a creature with a signature attack, it may choose to add Might of Machina to the attack, dealing additional 3d8 force damage. Target must also make a DC 10 plus strength saving throw or be knocked back.
Okay,
Wait, so
go
can I
ahead
do
and
it?
roll.
Can I do it for both? Both attacks?
You can do it twice a day, so yeah.
So yes,
Yes.
you can. So for the
Yes.
first one, roll your 3d8 damage. I will say he made the saving throw for the first one.
Okay. 3d8. So 16 force damage.
Oh hell yeah, brother.
Brother.
And then second 3d8.
Yeah, baby. He fails his second save, I believe.
Oh, it does 18 force damage. Sal's just like turns fully red and glows and just goes.
How does Sal want to do this?
Oh yeah.
Hell yes, Sal.
Damn. I have a way that I want to do it, but a way that would not be campy would be Sal. Yeah, he gets up, just glows red,
Give us the camp.
and
give us
he's
that.
okay. Wait, is he wearing armor or is he just undead?
He's wearing armor.
Well, still, who cares?
Ooh, man, you beat
He's
this
undead.
guy. You overkilled him by 2 points. Like, you were very close to not killing him here.
Sal comes up and throws a left hook right into his chest plate, and it cracks it. And then it just winds up its second one with the power of Machina behind it. Its fist glows, and he just punches right into his sternum and just blasts a whole Kung Pao into the fist style.
Hell
Right
yeah,
through him.
brother.
It's like one clean chunk.
Fatality. You watch all of the zombie horde that's been at your heels this entire time. You see this sea of green lights that are their eyes, and suddenly all of that green vanishes, and there's almost like the sounds of a herd of creatures stampeding away as these zombies flee from this fight. The beacon of the Blesswort now actually affecting them in a meaningful way that keeps them completely away from this area. They are retreating back to the other parts of the town to return essentially to their shambling versus their hunting. The one thing to note, though, is that the gnolls are not taken down by this. The gnolls are still present.
What about the one zombie next to Bruce?
Oh yeah, that guy.
Toast.
The guy actually doesn't know where to run, and he just runs right into the Blesswort light and just gets incinerated. Because he can't escape through one direction. The other direction is Blesswort light. He just gets incinerated. But there will be no new zombies added to the fight, and the lieutenant is down.
It's big. We did it.
Which is really good because the Herald was about to assume control of the lieutenant on the next turn.
Oh no.
Assuming control.
What does that even mean?
All right.
Means it was going to go for one
Expect
last
to.
big blast attack on you guys. If it had
Big
lieutenant
blast 'em.
there. That means there's no zombies left. There's just gnolls. Jacquet,
Just gnolls.
you're up. 2 gnolls. One of them does have cover from you because it's under the bridge in your current positioning.
Okay. The blessed wart light from Septimus, is that still out to a radius of 15 feet?
Initiative count 20, it'll expand to 30.
Okay. So what Jacquet's going to do is he is going to grip the edges of his cloak, and since he's in darkness, he gains 40 feet of flying movement. He's then going
this
to...
is something I forgot to do, that you reminded me with asking about the blessed wart. Can you just give me a quick wisdom saving throw?
What?
You also can't fly in a blizzard.
It's not a
Blizzard
blizzard
hasn't
yet, so it
happened
doesn't
yet.
matter.
There's one more turn before the blizzard.
7.
Okay. Jacquet, you are surrounded by the spirits of the darkness that have kind of wrapped around you, reducing your movement speed by half. And they are now kind of like, they're not restraining you, like you can still move, but they have latched onto you. So they will be rebuffed if you enter Blessed Wart. But if they stay on you, they will eventually start dealing damage to you.
All right, never mind. Jacquet is going to just shoot at this guy down there. Well, can I like move a little to break his cover?
Yeah. If you
Like,
move
can I move down the
further
back?
down the back? If you move further down the back,
Yeah.
you can get in line of sight.
Okay.
Are those magnetic, those little shelf things?
They are.
That's really cool.
Yeah, and they attach to any of the Dwarven Forge rooftops.
Nice. Very cool.
All right, that's a 26 to hit.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage. It is within 5 feet of Septimus, so it does get sneak attack.
Yep. So that's going to be 23 magical piercing.
How do you want to do this?
Jacquet had this whole thing lined up before his movement was crippled. So instead, all he's going to do is grumble a bit at these spirits. What the fuck are you? Get away from me. You're nothing. I'm a hero. As he just slides down a little bit, bends around the edge of the roof, and just fires a shot. And the gnolls like going up again to Septimus, and it just goes right through its eye. And like the camera zooms in, and through the eye hole, you can see Jacquet. He just gives a little wave, and then like moves his hand to be like, "Go away, ghosts."
I imagine these spirits are like I don't know what cartoon or movie this is from, but like there's a distinct visual in my mind of these like spirits coming out of a cauldron that look like steam, and I imagine these just sort of like steam like spirits are around you with all those like numerous eyes and limbs. The same things that Bruce saw in the darkness have latched onto you. And I love the idea of you just sort of like blowing them away or knocking them away as you aim and fire off. But you do take out this gnoll with that bolt through its head.
All right, then feline agility to double my movement, so negating their having of my movement.
Yep.
To then climb down the back of the thing, and I don't know if that gets me into Blessed Wart territory.
If you climb down the back, it absolutely does, because it brings you into the greater Blessed Wart light.
Cool, then that's where I'm gonna go.
All right, spirits are rebuffed.
Rebuffed.
See, my whole plan was I was gonna jump down like Batman, do like a 3-point landing, and then run in with the daggers. But
Yeah.
You mean cat? You mean Catman?
yeah.
Anyway.
All right, ends my turn.
All right, so that is going.
Yeah, that hide. Why not hide?
All right, go for it. It is the last Gnolls' turn.
22. So. Meow, 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 meow.
A fucking bastard.
He's out for blood,
Seriously.
or the lack thereof.
Mm.
Because he's taking all your blood.
Lucky for you, his first
yeah.
attack is only a 10 to hit.
Oh, good.
Second attack is 27 to hit.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think I'm down, guys.
So that is going to be 11 piercing damage.
Bye. Okay. And then is it going to reduce hit points
Yes,
again?
it's
No.
gonna be- Oh, no.
Wait, you're in the
yes,
aura.
no, it's not going to reduce hit points because you're within the aura.
Yes. And when I go down within the aura, I come back with 1 HP, right?
At the top
At the start of
next
your
turn.
turn.
At the top of my turn. Okie dokie.
Yep. Thankfully, it doesn't have any more attacks because my indication of their ferocity means that they would have kept attacking you if you were down.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And just
Well, I am
started
down.
trying to. It doesn't have any more attacks.
Oh, yeah.
Otherwise,
yeah,
it would
yeah.
begin to try to start eating you.
Like all good gnolls.
Like all good gnolls, but it fails, and it's actually for the rest of you, it's like this gnoll jumps down, misses its first swipe, and then bites down onto Sass's shoulder, lifts her up in the air, and starts shaking violently, and drops her down on the ground in front of him, and then stands over your body protectively like a predator over its prey. As
bleeding through the bridge.
As that happens, it's the blizzard resumes as just the snow just almost whites out the space. Is almost you can still see Sass's body, but you can't like fully see the gnoll over her as it's just standing over her corpse. This gnoll,
I was gonna say unconscious body.
an almost corpse. Thankfully, the gnoll does not get any of its health back because of Sass's chill touch. But it is still up as Bruce. It enters your turn. As you can, they are 25 feet away from you, so you can still see them.
I'm gonna yell out, "Hey, Feared, I got one more for you!" Oh, he's not at his desk. But, I'm going to... So Trevor Shenstro should be able to see through the pillar up to where Saskia is.
You can.
I am going to vortex warp the gnoll down in front of Fearn and Sal.
Hell yeah.
Excellent. What's the saving throw?
Classic.
Con
Dex?
18.
Con 18. Yeah.
It's just like about to feast, and then it like teleports. It looks up, and there's Fearn with just like this massive grin.
Oh, yeah.
Like
It got a.
you are my lunch now.
It got an
You know
18 on the saving throw.
I guess it meets it beats, so I got an 18. That's too bad.
Sean, you ruined our visual.
You ruined our fun.
I'm sorry.
It's okay, I'll fix
It
it.
had a +7 to the con save. I was
That
very.
makes sense. They're undead creatures.
The way you kept
Right.
saying how cool it was going to be, though, in my brain, I was like, God, I wish they didn't start talking about how cool it was going to be. I wish they waited for me to tell the roll. But yeah, it
All right,
got
guys,
an
that's
18.
what we do. We keep talking about how cool it
it's-
is, and eventually we'll break Sean to just let us win everything.
So Bruce was, to add a little bit of flavor. So Bruce was holding his all-purpose tool because that's what he embedded the spell into. And so imagine he's like swing it, like, why isn't it working? And then he's like,
And then it triggers on himself, and he gets teleported up next to the gnoll.
I love that. Excellent. All right, Bruce, is there anything else you want to do?
No, that's all I could do.
All right, Fear, and you are up.
Bonus action,
I could
Misty
move.
Step to the gnoll.
There we go. That works too. I can't bring the gnoll to Fearn.
I bring the fear into the
Fear goes to
gnoll.
soul.
But I also love this idea of like I'm now stuck on the camera thing that Stefan did with it. Like I imagine like it's like Fear looks up, sees the gnoll through the cracks of the wood, and then it's just sort of this teleportation
Whoosh.
camera movement just through the crack, and he just appears right next to the gnoll.
Nah, I imagined it more of the only thing I could see through the crack is Bruce fucking up his spell, and I just go, "Oh, buddy," and then tell up myself.
All right, you are now right next to the gnoll.
All right, I'm gonna hit him with the stick, the
Hit
big
him.
old wackadoodle.
The wackadoodle.
I don't get disadvantage because of anything, right? So we're just gonna roll.
Yeah, no, you should be good.
15 to hit.
It does not hit.
What?
What if I said, please?
Pretty please.
25 to hit on the second attack.
That'll hit.
What?
For I think I'm gonna re-roll that one, see if we can do better.
Reroll.
1 damage better. Okay, 16 bludgeoning and 7 thunder damage.
Nice. This thing is looking bloodied.
All right,
Shit.
another attack.
Bring it home.
Oh,
God,
I get advantage because of the sap thing
Sap.
that I did.
Yep.
Nice.
Don't let it eat me.
It's gonna eat you. I got an 11 to hit.
No.
Oh,
I rolled
with
badly
advantage.
twice. Yeah.
When you're
Okay.
dead.
So the gnoll
Septimus is still up.
is resisting this onslaught from
And
Fear.
Baron.
It does
And
not
I gain
want to give
1
up
health.
its food.
And also,
All right.
Sass, you're gonna have your turn and get back up.
Yeah,
so-
you'll get
Yeah.
back up. So it's not going to get
Yeah.
an attack on you before you get back up.
Yeah, it's good.
Uh,
But I
Baron
eat
is
garbage,
up.
so I
Ooh.
taste like garbage.
Baron is going to go for his longbow attacks on it.
Come on, Baron.
First one will hit. Second one, that's cocked. Second one's going to miss. So that is going to be 11 piercing damage. And then... Ugh, roll better, Baron. 16. Alright, so it is still up after Baron's attack, but it is looking rough. The boy who walked away is up.
Oh,
Actually, no,
No,
boy.
Sass.
no, it's
No,
my
Sass,
turn.
you pop
Yeah.
you pop up with 1 health. You wake up like the power, the healing power of Machina enters your lungs, and you just as you see this gnoll is
The
over
line
you.
of code
Yeah, right.
goes across her vision as she reboots.
Yeah, you've been rebooted by Machina as this gnoll is like hovering over you and just swiping up at Fearn, who's trying to get his maul in for an attack. And there's like there's an arrow glowing with radiant energy in its back from Baron.
All right, so it's 1 HP, right?
Yep, you have 1 HP and you're prone.
And I have my full turn.
You have your full turn, yes.
Okay. Do I need to stand up before casting Misty Step? I guess it doesn't really matter.
No, I think Misty Step you can just cast and be standing up wherever you teleport to.
Let me just double check. I want to do the there's that. I want to use the dreadful step again. So I'm going to like plant my hand into the bridge behind me and I'm going to just teleport. If I go to the end of the bridge, am I still in Aura of Life?
The left end, yes.
Yes, that's the way. Yeah, left end. All right. So bonus action, Misty Step, and it's going to be a dreadful step.
Ooh.
Wisdom
And
save
yep, 17.
fails.
Great. So it's going to take 2d10 psychic damage. 11 points of psychic damage. And then for my action,
Mm-hmm.
Eldritch
Pew,
Blast.
pew, pew.
Pew, pew, pew. You know
All
it.
right, let's do it. Let's do it.
All right, 21
Old
to hit.
Hits.
11 points of force damage.
How do you want to do this?
All right, so I fucking finally plant my hand, teleport away, and with that hand still on the ground, I reach out my other hand, and my electric green seaweedy lightning amalgamation that is my magic comes out and just blasts it right in the face.
Ooh, hell yeah. You completely vaporize this gnoll's head as the body then just falls backwards off the bridge right in front of Bruce, splattering him with a little gnoll blood.
I imagine Bruce is still like shaking his thing. And,
Yeah, Bruce, your vortex worked in a different way. In the old-fashioned way.
Are there still any hostiles around? 'Cause I
Hostiles
have
are all taken care of. There are no more.
good.
The zombies have fled.
Pew pew. I got two
You
more.
can just fire them off into the sky
Pew,
for
pew.
fun, like you're a
Great.
cowboy.
Pew pew. Yeah. I'll just like lay on my back because I'm exhausted and hurt and bleeding just everywhere and just throw the blast up.
All right. So as the visible threats have been thwarted, and you are all now within the Blessed Wart's light, and no longer in danger of the shadow spirits, and the corporeal undead have been rebuffed, including the Herald for now. The calm comes over this space, and you actually almost feel a gentleness, even though there's still the strong wind of the blizzard. You feel the warmth of the Blessed War as the Herald's leaving also expands the Blessed War of the greenhouses to bathe this whole area in a slight warmth and calm, almost like the blizzard itself is not burning or blowing as hard within the light of the Blessed Wort. It's even rebuffing the storm that he brings. But before we continue with what you'll do next, we're going to take a short break.
Woo! We did it.
You did it!
Good work,
You
everybody.
did something.
We'll be back very shortly. See you all very soon. Welcome back to that startling noise. Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for the raid, Tales of Aricia. Our heroes have just beaten back the undead horde of the Herald, as well as killed some vampiric gnolls and a death lieutenant. So they've certainly earned their the warmth that they feel at this moment, as the Blessed Wort of the greenhouses inundates you with its warming magic and protective magic. The cold of the blizzard is not affecting you. The blizzard itself is calmer within the light of the Blessed Wort, and you don't feel as though you're about to be overrun by undead. Now, when you look out into the darkness beyond the Blessed Wort's light, you still feel that sense of dread, that there are hostile spirits in that darkness that could always come after you if you are to leave the light of this Blessed Wort. Think about, this is just a giant campfire in the middle of the woods, and you see the pitch darkness beyond the light of the fire.
Okay.
But there's no immediate threat. We are out of initiative at this point.
I want to crawl
So-
over to the edge of the bridge and just look over and go, Septimus!
As Sass falls off the bridge and takes 2d6.
and just
Actually,
goes
it would be
unconscious again.
5d6.
Goes unconscious again.
Septimus would.
Everything hurts, Septimus.
Septimus would look at her, but like still with a concerned face, look down to Bruce, be like, "Come help me." As he'll walk towards the lights, but flicking a healing word to Sass to just stabilize. No, just not to shut her up, but just like to stabilize her, make sure she's okay. But like he's focused, he's going to the beacons that are
Yeah.
are lit and now exposed to the oncoming
Beacons are lit.
blizzard. Or is about to be exposed to the oncoming blizzard.
Yes, they are extremely vulnerable right now as the blizzard is resuming its strength in the area.
We need to fix this. We need to protect this somehow. Or the blizzard's gonna wipe out and smother the blessed wart.
All right. Let's see what we got. And, Bruce kind of assesses the area around the blessed wart and sees what he can scrap together to.
So, what does it look like, Sean?
Yeah.
So
And how big are these things again?
So these things are pretty large. Even if you were to look at them in the camera, the battle map, they're like a solid 45, 50 feet tall.
Oh my.
How about the
tower right next to them? That tower is 50 feet high.
Oh.
So it's coming up to about halfway. Or actually it's more than 50 feet high. So yeah, they're about 30 feet tall.
How big is the hole that was left from the exposing of the blessed wart?
I would say the arrows that shattered through created a pretty large hole in one of the hexagonal or pentagonal frames. So you're looking at probably a 10-foot hole in there.
Oh. Okay, so it's a hole that's
Oh yeah, the whole thing didn't shatter.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's good.
So basically it's a full pane on each has been destroyed.
Okay. To one, are there shards of glass that are around it?
Yes, they've kind of scattered around it. I mean, they're kind of in the snow as well.
Septimus will cast Fabricate.
Hell yeah.
Where, I believe this is correct, we'll be able to mend essentially all that broken glass back to the pane of one of them. Because it says you convert raw materials into products of the same material. For example, you use fabricate a wooden bridge of a clump of trees, rope from a patch of hemp, clothes, flax, or wool. So I'm just taking the broken glass shards and reforge them into a plane if it's around 10 feet.
Yeah, I would say you could definitely do that. So you can definitely use Fabricate to repair one of the well, I guess Septimus is working on this because it's going to take you 10 minutes to complete.
Yeah.
Right. Is there any debris for the other one that we could maybe use as a patch, a wooden sort of panel or something like that? I don't know. I was thinking about using the bridge that we're currently standing on, breaking it down and using it for parts, sort of thing.
I'm on the bridge. Don't do it yet.
I mean, not right now, but is there anything that would? Is there anything nearby that's a little?
You cut out at the end there.
A little bit more convenient than that.
Not exactly. That bridge is kind of the most raw material around there. Jacques, do you have something?
Jacques will turn to Baron and go, "Hey, you know these hags, right? Do they maybe have replacement panes for these things or something in case of damage?"
Well, I can go ahead and check with them to see if they have something that can contain the second greenhouse. But I'm not sure if they have those. This is not an ordinary situation. We haven't shattered these. But I'm sure they may have backups. Bruce?
How shattered is this glass? Is it in bits and pieces? Is it is it
trying to mend?
Yeah, shooting in the dark.
I mean, it is in bits and pieces, and then mingled. It's variety of sizes. There's some larger panes that you look at and you're like, God, if I was under that could have hurt me significantly. And then others that are there's some that fit in your palm, some that you'd have to use two hands to grab.
Okay. How about I do this, Sean? I'm gonna cast.
I would not call it a single break or tear in the glass.
Got it.
I'm gonna cast Thaumaturgy to make my voice really loud, and I'll just say "The danger is past. We need assistance. The gloom, the the whatever it's called, the Blesswort is endangered. Please help us.
That works too. Jackwet says, kind of looking at Baron.
Baron, as he even said that, Baron ran off. And he looks back as you call that out, and he says, I don't know if they'll believe that. There's been dirtier tricks to get them to leave their homes during this darkness. As he runs through the large palisade walls into the secondary area of the Hag's Hamlet, where he is heading towards the larger structure where you can imagine the Hag's Hollow is.
Yeah, well, Fion's trying his best to patch this up with what he could find. He'll like take off his cape and like cover up the hole. You know, I know that it's probably not going to fill the whole thing, but at least it'll reduce it while I'm working. And I'm basically just carpentering as much as I can.
Yeah, and I imagine this whole time Septimus has got like is channeling the magic as these shards are just like slowly returning to patch up the hole there.
Yeah, his side looks like pristine, and my side's just like a huge mess.
Every like second the blessed word is exposed, it is depleting in life force.
Could I use Druidcraft to try and like? I know it's typically to make things bloom, but can I use it to like just like stasis it?
I would say no, just simply because of the type of force that it is fighting against. If this was a regular storm, like regular snowing or regular climate, then I would say that would be helpful. But it's too large of a batch of blessed wort for that to work, and two, it is this necrotic storm that is hitting it.
Okay.
So I think Jacquet would go with Baron to make sure that this is taken care of quickly and efficiently.
Okay, so Jacquet, you and Baron rush up to the Hag's Hollow, which is the largest structure in the next area, which you imagine as he's approaching it is where the hags themselves stay.
Sorry, point of clarification. Is the district or like neighborhood called Hag's Hamlet, and then this is a different thing inside of it?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. The Hag's Hamlet is the overall district. The Hag's Hollow is the actual structure that the hags live in.
Okay.
And they call them hags, but you saw them. They're not
right.
hags.
Right. They're just old ladies.
They're lady druids.
Lady druids.
Lady druids. And you get up to the door, and the hollow is a mixture of stone and wood, sort of a stone first floor structure foundation with a wooden building on top of it. It has steps that lead up to double wooden doors, and it has kind of like an A-frame to it, and there is sort of its own like sort of glass skylight, so to speak, in it that is somewhat like the panes of the greenhouses, almost like they likely have their own personalized greenhouse within this. But he rushes up and he like hesitates at the door as you follow behind him before banging on the door, crying in, Daedra, Mother Vine, Marine, it's Baron. You can trust me. We've come from the old town. You must know already the blessed won't last out here. The days are too long. The storm too long.
Okay, too long. Jacquet casts his pass wall. And just opens a wall right where the door is. That is 5 feet wide, 8 feet tall, and 20 feet deep.
What level is pass wall?
5th level.
You find that your pass wall is rebuffed by the Hag's Hollow structure.
Jacquet looks at Baron and goes, that doesn't usually happen. Is this enchanted?
They are the premier sorceress druids of this settlement. This is likely
Teleportation
enchanted.
magic? Yay or nay?
He honestly, he sighs really deep and goes, 50-50.
All right, dimension door.
Okay.
To just go in right on the other side. And Jacques grabs hold of Baron before he goes to bring him with him.
Yep. The enchantments do not. They fail to block your dimension door with the enchantments roll. It's essentially like a permanent counterspell enchantment that's on it. That is just they roll they roll for any spell cast on it.
Gotcha.
So they do not rebuff your dimension door, and I imagine it's like the whole house kind of like maybe shudders when your pass wall fails. But then I just imagine it's just sort of this like loud ringing and just shing, as you appear on the other side of the door with Baron. Inside, you immediately see like surprised druids. There's these three women, two women that you see at first that you imagine are two of the three that he called out to, Deirdre Marine and Mother Vine. But what you see in this chamber is a rather homey vibe. I mean, you've heard stories though of hags when you were a child and how they have these like grandma-like cottages that might lure you in, and then they cook you and put you in a stew and stuff you full of candy, and they eat baby tabaxis. That's what your father told you, at least. Your mom was a little too distant to tell these stories.
Actually, it was probably the nanny that told Jacques those stories.
That's true. It's true. Or it was like the nanny telling you a normal story, and your dad came home and started to make the story worse.
Even better.
So there's a lot of like it's immediately like humid when you get in there, and you feel like overly warm in your winter gear. As these two women come rushing forward, you presume these are two of the three that he mentioned. They are in druidic garb, not exactly like, I wouldn't call them like wearing leaves and antlers. It's much more of a like grounded druid, where they have furs and longer cloaks on with a lot of bone carved jewelry. Very, very much so something that you may have in your world heard about some of the druids in Tresix looking like back in Gwenvalier. But it's typically a signal of a very old tradition in druidism versus the more contemporary druidism. And some of the iconography in here reminds you of some of the stuff you studied about Taramron in Gwenvalier. There's some wood elven themes throughout. Almost like some of this interior even looks like it was wood carved in a specific druidic fashion, where it's not actually shorn and carved and chopped, but is magically altered to bend to the will of the druid for smooth edges all around. But these two witches, we'll say for now, come rushing up. One of them is clearly a human woman, and the other one is clearly a dwarven woman. As they come rushing forward, the dwarven woman looks Baron dead in the eyes with a glare, just looking him up and down, and then to you, Jacques, and saying, "You would compromise our safety."
Jacques goes into a huge bow and goes, "Jacques Touchard of Iron and Mana, here at your service, my ladies."
She grabs, as you start to bow and you start to say that, you get up, and as you finish that sentence, you get a firm whack in the face with a broom, as this dwarven woman just starts to like hassle you with this broom and saying, she's just like, You compromise our safety for these outsiders, Baron. And you, using your magic on our little hollow, coming in here, all confident. What could possibly need our attention during this dire of times?
The Herald showed up, or have you been sequestered inside your hovel and not noticed what's happening outside? Like, physically was outside. And if it wasn't for Baron here, we, as well as most of your little village, would probably be dead. The greenhouses have been damaged. Do you have a replacement pane or something?
You see the dwarven woman, who is much more rash here, kind of like keeps the broom in her hands, like ready. But the other woman, the human woman, who is looks like she's probably in her 40s. She has darker toned skin with these braids that kind of go down the back of her robes, with these really, really vibrant green eyes, probably influenced by her magic. But she looks much more stoic and concerned as she looks to Baron, and she doesn't even say anything. She just, with a look, implies something, and Baron says, "It's true, Marine. The Herald landed. It may have been drawn by our presence outside of the homes, but if we didn't come out here, then all of the village would have run out of blessed wort. You did not supply enough." Deirdre immediately steps in, like, clearly the hothead one, and be like, "Mother Vine, rations exactly as is needed by this village. If a culling had to happen, a culling had to happen." And, like, even Marine looks to Deirdre, the dwarf, almost like she said something very taboo in that moment, implying that some of the village may have deserved to be culled in this storm. It's very awkward for a second.
Oh, wow, I didn't realize you were those kind of hags.
And then there's like this breeze that comes through the space, and it's not from the door behind you that is still shut. It comes from a chamber behind them. And you can see in the center of this hall is an altar of sorts, that is reminiscent of some of the altars you saw in Esja. But this one is covered in runes, but not the runes of this land, not the runes of Fearn, but the runes of druids, Triskelions mingled with Ogham runes, very akin to what you might see in Tressex, with a little stone bowl at the end of this tilted altar. From your studies in Gwenvalier, like, you would know that this is like an ancient sacrificial altar that that have existed within druid circles. But behind that, there's still some breeze that comes from a chamber behind it. The skylight above, if it was sunny out, would be beaming light in, like, directly onto the altar, but the storm causes it to not. But there's these green curtains that raggedly blow in this breeze, as you would just sort of hear this lilting voice that is really otherworldly, almost akin to ancient Elysians that you've heard about, speaking in this slow, lilting tone, or even the rumors of how some of the oldest wood elves sound. Almost like a spring day is arriving with the voice, but also a little bit of the chill of winter, something only deep fey creatures demonstrate in the way they speak. As the voice just says, "The Tabaxi speaks truth. Sister Deirdre, your apathy to our flock is wrong-minded. Marine, help them. They have done the work to deserve this, and to heal those who would have been culled." Some other presence, you assume this Mother Vine, is from not even present and speaking to the room.
Thank you, Mother Vine. See? She knows what's up. We are heroes after all.
There's something, though, in her statement that maybe sticks with you, in that she wasn't exactly against a culling. It's the fact that you made the culling no longer necessary, that she is now, like, do whatever they say. And these are really the spiritual guides of this whole city.
Mm-hmm.
You see Marine looks to Deirdre, and Deirdre runs into the back area where this voice came from. And very, like, huffily, as a dwarf comes out holding this pane that's bigger than her, as Baron rushes up to grab an end of it as well.
Jacques mage hands. Just, like, lazily is like, I'll help.
For the rest of you, you see coming out from there is Jacques, this dwarven druid, and Baron carrying this large pane of glass to help remedy the second greenhouse that Fearn has been doing some work to try to keep from the elements. But very quickly, anyone, Bruce, you can help them facet it in and seal it off.
I'm still hanging over the edge of the bridge, but I will cast my mage hand to help lift it into place as well.
I imagine while Fearn was doing his thing, Bruce, like, vortex warped Saskia down and be like, all right, lay down. Hold on. I'm going to plate you up.
It hurts, Bruce. It hurts.
It'll be over soon.
Meanwhile, Fearn's like got no jacket on, bleeding profusely. Like his skin is turning bluer than normal. Just building things out in the cold.
But the pane is faceted in, and with the help of Bruce and Deirdre, secured to save what is left of the blessed wort inside that pane. Both greenhouses will have suffered damage, and their crops will have lower yield, but they are not completely devastated by the storm. So there will be some that survive. A majority, especially of the left one, will survive. The right one will have suffered more than the left one. So you're looking at probably from the left one a 75% yield of what would have been harvested from it, and the right one much less, but still salvageable. So you have prevented the town from being completely bereft of blessed wort until Baron returns with more later on. But as the storm is blowing and these are secured, you hear Deirdre kind of looks around at all of you and just sort of shouts through the freezing wind. All right, you damned fools. Come inside for a moment. Then we'll head out and spread the remaining blessed wort. She sort of can walk with her to the inside of the Hag Hollow to get a moment's rest in here before, as she said, she's going to ask you guys to help spread what blessed wort they can to the rest of the town.
When you say a moment's rest, is that equivalent to a short rest?
That's exactly what I mean.
Hey. And the max HP doesn't come back until long rest, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Sorry, could you repeat how much of the blessed wort we lost?
Yep, so you lost 25% of the blessed wort in the left greenhouse. And then you lost 60% of the blessed wort in the right greenhouse.
Ruh-roh.
Okay, so you're all brought into.
Yeah, as we enter the Hag's Hollow, I look towards the voice that was, we followed in, and say, "Oh, we appreciate you taking us in. We didn't have much choice but to come here. We're sorry that things happened this way, but We did everything in our power to, remedy this situation. It's very dangerous out there.
You see the dwarven woman, Deirdre. He stands there holding that broom, almost like a staff, next to her. And sort of, she's got duskier skin as well. She has these she basically has like Princess Leia braids that make cinnamon rolls on the sides of her head. As she leans on the broom and just like gives like the sassiest look to Fearn, as she's about to say like, "You should be sorry," as Marine, the more stoic, taller human woman, sort of holds a hand up to Deirdre and speaks for the first time. And says, "We appreciate everything that you've done for us here. Who knows what would have happened if you hadn't intervened? Perhaps the Herald would not have landed. Certainly many would die without the blessed wort. And Mother Vine has decreed that we shall share more with the people."
And Bruce would have whispered under his breath, "Well, we would have died too."
Yeah, there were many others when we received our blessed fort who got the same amount or less than we did. I'm sure that everywhere around town there are people in desperation. If it wasn't us, it would have been someone else.
Bruce, really quickly, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Huh. 12.
After you say we would have died as well, a voice pierces into your brain like nails on a chalkboard of a banshee-like voice that just says,
"Your lot was the grave. Had we not brought you in dead already?"
Didn't catch
no one
all
else
of
hears
that?
this. No one else hears this, but basically it says, "Your lot was the grave. All that was owed to you was the grave. You would have been dead if we hadn't let you in."
Oh.
And does it sound like any of the hags that have spoken?
Not that no, it sounds like nothing that you've heard from any of them, but it clearly is from the room, this building. You feel a little tingle up your spine.
Oh yeah, Bruce is like looking around frantically. Did it? Who? Which one of you? Did anybody hear that?
What is it, Bruce? Hear what?
Yeah.
Are you hearing voices in your head now too?
Oh, not another one.
Bruce like takes off his goggles and like looks at one of the hags. Does anything speak to you here?
You all would see Marine kind of chuckles to herself and looks at Bruce, and she just smirks and says, "Mother Vine didn't like your quip."
Oh, well. Sorry, it was accurate.
Who's Mother Vine?
The protector of these people, the spiritual guide of this land, what is left this land, what we protect here.
Is she a worshipper of Beskos?
Marine narrows her eyes at you. Strange. No one in this town knows of that name.
Zuckwet points to Baron, but doesn't say.
Baron's like, and Marine steps closer to Fearn and looks up at you because you're a lot taller than her. And then like puts a hand up to your face.
I'll lean down.
Yeah, and as she touches your face or gets close to it, the mask actually forms over. Again, not against your will, so to speak, but just involuntarily. And she cups the wood of it, Spirit bearer.
That's what they keep calling me.
Yes, Bruce.
Bruce is still on edge. I doesn't like the fact that this lady spoke to her, him.
Screamed in his head.
And yeah, so Bruce is gonna put his goggles back on, and he's gonna start just walking around the perimeter of the house and just be like, "All right, who the hell is who the fuck is still here? Who is he missing? What are they hiding in here?
So I
What
mean, Bruce.
secrets are in this little area? What enchantments do they have here? They've got some bullshit. I need to know."
Bruce, you definitely, like, generally speaking, just like as you patrol the edges of the room, like you can see on the left and the right wings there are dormitories, or you can see the beginning of them, and there are other druids there. They're just like the significantly less powerful druids. Probably don't even have any magic, who are just sort of followers of this, what you could argue is a trio of druidic heads of this Hag's Hollow. Like they could be level 1 druids, they could be commoners who maybe know druid craft. Like they are not powerful. Especially you can tell by the way they're huddling away from the conflict and leaving everything to these other people. It's when you circle this altar that it's not that you see something magical. It's not that there's something hidden in it. It's more so that it like responds to your tremor sense, in the sense that you feel like a deep humming vibration from the altar. Like there is not just magical power to it, but like something physical that is beyond the ordinary. Something that is imposing force upon this material plane, but might not be from this material plane, creating a dull hum that affects your tremor sense. It's almost like when you see it in your like strange tremor vision, it's almost blurred.
I take the goggles off and I look at it.
You look at it without
It's
the
still
goggles.
blurry.
It's
but-
blurry, but it is a regular altar. There's no feelings that come off of it. It is just a druidic altar. It is undeniably, from anyone's perspective, though, designed to bleed a sacrifice into a stone bowl. And the angle of it, the way it looks, like this is something that maybe they don't do sacrifices on anymore, but was at some point utilized. Something sacrificed, whether it was almond or animal.
Hey, what's this?
Ian ignores him and just says, "We travel from far south to remove this mask. It has a will, and it speaks to me in my dreams. Do you know of this power?"
It likely holds an old spirit that just wants to go home, I presume.
Yes, we've heard of the ruins up north, and I've seen them in my dreams. We head that way, but I don't think we ever anticipated the threats that we would face along the way. I was foretold that, I would die up here, but I didn't know I'd be struggling this hard.
And she lets her hand fall from your cheek. The mask retracts. And then she kind of just like, her hand just grazes across your chest as she walks towards the altar, seeing Bruce kind of freaking out around it. She smiles and she looks kind of to each of you and says, "I take it that then you saw the guiding spirit."
I have.
Einso himself. The lands of the south in Aldhalor have lost much of their tradition. They no longer share the verbal, the oral traditions, the stories that we here in the north, isolated as we are, protect. As her other hand runs across the altar. And it is through the memories and the roots of Mother Vine that we can divine things the Southerners can't.
I'm
Like
so.
what?
Oh, go ahead. Answer his question.
What was your question?
Like what? What could you what could you do that these Southerners cannot?
There are memories in the land. Memories in the stones and rocks, rivers, trees. The snow, the glacier, even the dead. But it is only through the roots that we reveal that flowers can bloom from those memories. Lost to the Southerners. There's no history of Asia anymore. There's no history of the Zan. Capital lands, well, they never had history. Selkies, probably the closest thing. As they scrape up their history from the sea. North. Through these roots, we can go deeper. Hidden knowledge from long ago.
No. I may be misinterpreting this, but if someone happened to have lost memories, can you see them?
It is not as simple as just gazing into a mirror. The lands here we have a direct connection to. We can find some memories imprinted upon the natural world. But no matter what happens to us, our bodies, our almond spirits, our names bear some impression of our memories, even when lost. Otherwise, Pescos and Lidan would have been lost forever. Otherwise, this land would have no history, its people dead. Otherwise, well, most things would be soulless. For what is memories but the collective of the soul?
So, let me get this straight. To explain in layman's terms, this bowl can provide us some history on certain aspects of land, particularly in the north.
This
Or
bowl.
all of Asia.
Did you say all of Asia?
Asia, yes.
You mean Asia?
That's what meant to come out of my mouth, and
Okay.
it came out as Asia.
She smiles and says, the altar is but a vessel of power. It is not what roots up the memories. Mother Vine roots up the memories.
Well, she doesn't like me, so...
Can anybody talk to this Mother Vine?
If she wishes to speak with you.
if you say something stupid, she will talk to you.
Oh.
Should it be hard?
Jacquet, make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, right.
Jacquet, make a wisdom saving throw.
Got him.
Bruce messages
7.
you.
Jacquet, as you make this wisdom saving throw, waiting and expecting a piercing banshee voice to go into your head, you just get a thwack to the back of your head from Deirdre with the broom.
He glares at her.
Deirdre looks to you, Sass, and gives you a wink.
I smile back.
No, go ahead.
I'm curious. Do you mind? And I kind of like tilt my head towards the altar.
Deirdre is, or not Deirdre, sorry, Marine is looking at you very carefully.
Mhm.
And she's scanning you and then sort of steps to the side and just holds her hand out to the altar. She watches
actually,
every step you take, though. Like
yeah,
her eyes are
Fearing
fixed on you.
Okay.
Fearing's just gonna put his hand on Saskia's shoulder and looks at her and says, like, in a quiet hug, says, "Are you sure about this? I mean, you haven't had great luck with altars shrines in the past. Maybe I should look at it first."
No, I'm just
Maybe
curious.
no one should mess with it.
I just want to, yes, I'm sure. It won't take but a moment.
All right, try not to piss it off if you do talk to it.
I just want to step forward and kind of just like gently put my hands on it, the altar, and just say, can you hear me?
Your palms buzz almost like you slept on your arm wrong and your pins and needles throughout your hands.
Yeah.
But it's strange. It's not like random. It's not random. It's almost like the runes beneath your hands are pins and needles, and you feel shape to it. And it's almost likely this is the power that Bruce was sensing with his tremor sense.
Yeah.
Coming through. And you asked, "Can you hear me?" A voice does come to your head, almost like I said, it's not the banshee wail that Bruce experienced. It's the first spring rain after winter that Jacquette heard before. You bear a dark passenger.
Yeah. Yes, I do.
I hear you. I feel you. You could feel almost like a wave on the pins and needles in your hands. Response.
She took something from me, and I was just wondering if you could see it. See them. The memories that I can't access. If they're in the ground somewhere, perhaps.
Would you allow me entrance?
Will it hurt?
Yes.
Go for it.
To everyone else's perspective, blood starts to pour out of her hands onto the altar.
Oh, not again.
And fills the bowl.
Hey.
It's fine. I said it's okay. It's fine. Please,
Saskia,
this is the... Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. Finish your thought.
I was just going to say, this is the closest I've gotten to it. It's some sort of answer. Just let it happen, please. It's fine.
Yeah,
I'm in control.
She's already gone this far. I mean, we might as well play it out.
Careful what the answer is.
It feels like roots are entering your body from your palms.
Mm.
So much so, if you guys look to her arms, wherever her flesh is exposed, it looks like there are roots writhing up her forearms.
Are these
under the
roots
skin.
similar to those we've seen in Stormbreakers?
Yes. They're not the infected roots, though, that you saw in Stormbreaker's
Right.
Landing with the veneer of flesh over them. But yes,
But
they
they're
are.
thorny.
They're thorny. So much so that it actually does look like her skin tears in some places, and there's a light golden
Yes.
light coming from it.
Just leave
Give me
it.
a
Just let it
Constitution
happen.
sa-
It's fine.
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
12.
You pass. You do not pass out from this experience.
Excellent. Yet.
Saskia, the feeling of the roots rides through, as you can tell, this entity, this fey entity, is metaphysically writhing their roots through your soul in search of things.
Yep. Despite what Fearon said, he's still very close and watching intently. If the roots get too far, like if they start infecting her torso, I might want to do something else.
You see, just as you are right up there watching Saskia, Marine is right up in Saskia's face, basically, just watching every second of this, even just like whispering quietly, like, "You've accepted her, and she's chosen you."
Chosen. Or can I hear her, or am I?
You can hear her. You can hear her,
okay.
but it's almost like coming in and out, as like you feel like your senses start
Yeah.
to waver. You start
Yeah.
to hallucinate a little bit, as sort of shapes, like flickering flames from torchlight or candlelight, start to almost form into faces, as you are like entering a different mindset. In that same way I mentioned to Bruce, like there is a physical happening here. It is not like it's metaphysical. It is happening in the material plane. You are not being transported elsewhere. Your space is being manipulated by this entity.
Okay. And I'll just say, like, out to the group, it's like, just please, just let it happen. I feel like there's answers here.
The hollow creaks and croaks like wood splintering under its own weight and growth, as everything darkens for you, Sass. The lights are just pinpoints like stars in a abyss, not like the way stars glitter in the sky in a pretty way, like that is a fading light in a darkness. As you open your eyes and look down and can see beneath your skin the glowing thorns, almost like your forearms are covered in thorns, the thorns of Ladan. As you then look up, and in front of you is a great oak tree that is branches spread out very wide with this verdant green foliage. But at its center, it's almost split open. And within it, with her arms held aloft, is this crucified wood elf with these large antlers that grow up and almost get locked into the branches of the tree. They've grown so large that she's become semi-one with the tree. With this long vermilion red hair that goes down to the ground, that's grown for ages. That almost looks like a flowing river of blood coming from her head that is mingled with the blood that splatters her face, where these roots have also gone into her skin to create Mother Vine. And she sort of looks up as best she can because her head can barely move with the roots, and there's just one eye you can see that has this little green light in it. Your skin is as pale as the snow outside. I see you.
I see you.
Your dark passenger holds your memories.
I knew that. She won't give him back.
See what we can extract from the soil of your soul. And the writhing happens again. And there's almost like this distortion of the space again. And then suddenly it all happens rapidly at once. The roots leave your arms. You feel the tearing of the thorns as it all goes back into the stone. The crucified wood elf vanishes and everything. The lights just come back up as you are back in the space with everyone else. And you just hear a voice in your head simply say, "Are you sure you want to know?"
Yeah, yes.
Your dark passenger will not let these go lightly. And there is another coming for you.
Yeah, I knew that too. Who knew a soul could be so... A wretched soul like mine, at that, could be so fucking valuable.
Marine will offer you an elixir of my making. You may drink it, and you will remember what I could find. Not the whole story, but I could find.
Just like that. I'm sure there's a price, right? You're not just going to give it to me for free.
This comes with no price that you haven't already paid. All I say is you take these memories and you leave here and go towards goodness. Your path has been laid with sin. And violations of nature. Go forth. The elixir will be yours to choose to drink. And every day after that, you will have the choices to make. To live a good life.
I understand. Thank you. Thank you for the chance. Thank you.
And it's just for one instant, you see a wood elven woman in front of you. It's almost like time stops for a second, and this woman is beautiful. She's elegant. She is otherworldly. Her face doesn't even look like a regular sort of almond face that you're used to. Like, of course, you're used to the features of, orcs, beast folk, humans, humanoids. But she is sort of this almost like heart-shaped face with these larger than natural eyes. This skin that has this almost golden summer hue to it, with this fiery red hair and these otherworldly antlers that twist like ibex horns. She's some kind of Eladrin, some kind of truly fey elf that is not of this world at all. something very old. And she smiles at you, and you feel her cup your hands, and then you blink and you open your eyes, and it's Marine now cupping an elixir into your hands.
I'll look at Marine. Thank you.
And like for the rest of you, like Marine that came out of nowhere into her hands. And she cupped it into hers. She didn't run into the back and grab a potion. This thing just appeared.
More magic water.
The mother is very weak. This was a great offering with the little strength she has.
Of course.
Wait, what? I still have questions.
You may ask your questions. And the mother will choose to answer or not.
Very well. I guess, do you want to finish your conversation before I do that?
There's nothing left to say. She looks at you and says that there's nothing left to say.
Yeah. No, I will take the vial and kind of just clutch it close to my heart, close to my necklace.
Sasuke, your hands are bleeding.
Yeah, there is blood all over your hands.
Right.
Hi, come here.
Okay. I'll tuck the...
And you'll notice that the vial, although most of it's covered in this sort of like leather wrapping, even when you're holding it like at the tip of the crystal, you can see that the elixir inside is seemingly made up of your blood, mingled with the magic, because the bowl is emptied of your blood that spilled into it.
Right, so, okay. Gotta drink blood. Magic water. Okay. Right, Bruce.
Things we do for memories.
So Fionn is going to approach the shrine now. And, in his typical fashion, when treating with spirits, he says a quick prayer in his own tongue and then says, Oh, Mother Vine, spirit of this land and, I don't know, mother to these people, I beseech you, we've seen many powers down south, those who worship Pescos and Ladan. We try our best to spread your influence and purge this land of the darkness that consumes it. I only ask that you help me with my journey. In a town very far south from here, I discovered a document, an old tome that speaks of an artifact of great power that I am honor bound to search for. This tome spoke of many things that I'm still unsure about. Alman, I believe that it spoke of giants and temples of the olden ages of the north. And the artifact known as the Hoarfrost, the Slayer of Moons, the Dead Hammer. I leave the last name without, saying it. It's very important to me that I find out that these rumors of this tome is real or not. More important to me than anything, than this mask or these people.
Hey.
Please, Share me what knowledge you know. Help me, and I promise to do what I can to clear this land of its scourge.
You feel the bristling power of the altar. And then a breeze comes through the verdant, ragged curtains. A voice in your head says, "Bring thyself before me."
I guess I copy what Saskia did, like reach my arms out.
So we're just all gonna give this bitch our blood? Is that what's happening here?
I'm
Cool.
Broom to the back of your head.
Oh!
You don't need to worry
Watch
about
your tongue.
I don't think Bruce or myself here request.
Watch your broom.
Look at Saskia's hands. Look how bloody they are.
It's fine.
She
I've
got
got
a
the worst.
vial of her own blood. I can, if I really want, I can take out my own vial and pour my blood in it. But I don't need. I'd rather it in my body than in a.
So just to be clear, Sean, I have my arms out towards the thing. I'm not physically touching it.
You actually, there's a unique experience you have here where there's a breeze beckoning you for a physical presence in front of this entity. She's not telling you to offer yourself to the altar. She's telling you to present yourself before her in the chamber beyond.
Take off your clothes.
I mean, okay.
Do not take off your clothes.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'd stand up from the shrine and start heading towards where the breeze is guiding me.
It's as you do that, that other conversation was happening, and Deirdre goes from thwacking Jacquette to thwacking Bruce, and saying, "You have no idea the magic of the transmutation of the blood. It's not like just bleeding yourself dry. That's something special there. More than it was before. Greater than its parts."
All right, I'm not blood magic shaming. I don't understand it. Okay.
Blood magic shaming.
She just shakes her head.
I'm kind of okay with the shaming personally, but
And then she holds the broom up once to like make you flinch a little, and then stops and leans against it, and winks again at Saskia. So Fionn, you step towards the verdant curtains, and as you step through the threshold, there's a hallway that looks very familiar to you because it looks a lot like the tunnel in the sewers of Stormbreaker's Landing, in that it is wall-to-wall vines that have a low, dull, golden hue to their thorns.
Yeah, I mean, I just look to the okay. I look to the vines and I maybe cast a little druidcraft as I walk down the hallway to see if I can make, more like any of the bulbs bloom, if there are any there.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least just, share my power with it to strengthen them.
They all kind of this is nothing like the sewers, and that these vines were like attempting to assault you and assimilate you in the sewers. These ones respond very gently to your magic, almost blooming to you. You actually notice there's little blessed wart buds on some of these roots. But you do notice that the light is weak. Like this font has expended a lot of its resources here. But as you
yeah, I mean, I reach out and touch the armor that I got from the creature that was, corrupted by the thorns down south, and I think I just channel it as if I'm going to use that energy. I just kind of kinship with it, even though it's like not mine. I remember the warrior that passed, and like see that maybe not all of this spiky, horrid stuff that I saw in the past is so bad. And then I just keep moving, I guess.
Yeah, and as you keep moving, you cross into the final threshold where you see a great chamber that looks far too big for the structure you are in right now. But again, there's, like I said to Sass, there is this metaphysical impact here. This does not feel fake. This does not feel magical in the sense that we are like in an illusion. This feels real, where you can see the great, vast oak tree here, exactly as Sass saw it, except it feels even realer than Sass's visions, where you are in the presence of something waning, but very strong. As you can see the bisected oak tree with the crucified wood elven woman in the center of it. But she's quite large, though. She's not like the size of a typical almond wood elf that would be, like human size, maybe even shorter. She's closer to your size, actually, maybe even a little bit bigger. But you see that same shape as she is held aloft in the boughs of the guts of this oak tree, hanging forward, the long red hair, the single eye that you can see through the shadows of her hair. As you feel that same sort of voice beckoning you closer to her.
So as I'm, heading closer, Sean,
Mhm.
I've mentioned that I heard something about an Arden-bound god, like that Pescos and Ladon were described as.
Mm-hmm.
Do I know anything more about that? Because I see a bound figure in front of me. Like, could I make that connection?
You can certainly make that assumption. There's certainly an assumption of connection, but you don't have the arcana knowledge or the religious knowledge to know for sure what that connection is.
Mm. Yeah, so I approach her and just reverently, bow in front of her and just say, I am here as you requested at your service.
Come closer. And it's almost like these vines form steps at the base of the tree to almost bring you up to eye level with her.
Yep, I slowly, traverse the vines, getting up to where she is. And I
And again,
reach,
go ahead.
over her shoulder and grab onto like a root for stability. And I'm
Yeah.
like looking into her eyes.
Well, you can only see that one eye with that green pupil in it. That is sort of like bloodshot around it and almost like blood blistered too. Like there's a burst blood vessel in the eye. As you can actually weirdly see her hair is almost like floating towards you. And she asks you the same question that she asked Saskia. Dost thou allow me entrance?
I must respect you. but I cannot give myself my soul away that easily. I hope that you understand that my life is bound to another place. If you wish something of me, I will do it. But I cannot willingly bind myself to another spirit.
If thou wilt not allow entry, at least allow an embrace. And I will part knowledge to you.
Fear and scowls and like looks down for a sec, like breaks eye contact with her for a brief second, just considering his options, and then looks back to her and gives her a big ol' hug.
You don't even need to do anything. Her hair actually wraps around you and pulls you in closer and pulls you in so that your head bows so that she can plant a gentle kiss on your forehead. And you would feel that physical impact around you as you would suddenly find yourself standing in the heart of a large, vast, dull golden temple with pillars to your left and right, making up an open-aired space where you can see the storm of snow bursting around in the exterior, snow gathering at the base of these pillars. And you look ahead of you, and you're in this sort of cathedral-like temple, except it's all open-aired, and it's clearly at the top of a mountain. And you see before you, knelt in row after row after row before a great altar, armor-clad skeletons kneeling, all bearing the same mask that you bear and a matching set of armor. There's probably dozens of them. But you see missing spaces in their formations. Like there are 3 in a row, 2, and then a gap and 2 more in a row. Like these skeletons in armor represent individuals who would have had a position within this formation. And as you watch this from some other distance, you see a person in the same set of armor, incomplete. They have a shoulder pauldron that goes down to gauntlets, and they have a mask, like your mask. And they shamble up to the front, closer and closer, before they drop to their knees before the altar. Which just bears this golden insignia, akin to the golden light of Pescos, in a almost bursting sun that also is mingled with the iconography of a flower, like the flowers and petals of Pescos, with the base of the altar made up of thorns, thorn vines, all gold. And this person drops to their knees. As the golden light billows off of this altar onto their body, completing the armor across them. And this is a person, this is an almond, not a skeleton. And you're seeing this glinting gold light throughout this storm-wrought temple. As this man drops to his knees, it is encased in the armor of the spirit he bears. And suddenly the dull light is gone. And it's dark, as if it is sometime later. And that man is still knelt before the altar. And you see him shift. He stands up. salutes the altar, and then walks and takes a place amongst the formation where he kneels and where he will be for eternity. Until his flesh rots away, leaving only the bones to bear the spirit. And you suddenly understand why everyone you've spoken to says no one survives this pilgrimage. They return a spirit to its resting place, and so too is it their resting place. You suddenly awake in the embrace of Mother Vine.
Yeah, from the embrace, I pull back, like I jerk back when I realize, what I just saw, and I step back, at first it was full, but then I realized I feel bad. I kind of just pull their hair off my face and just shake my head and just be stand back and I say, I'm sorry. That was a lot. It seems that my pilgrimage to save this land is doomed from the start. I should have listened to those demons and never come up here.
There are many choices before you. Much that is old is waning and dying as this world changes and evolves beyond us. There are precious few moments to save something sacrament and holy.
I feel for the spirit that embodies this mask. I wish I can help it somehow, but I can't give up on my own dreams and wishes. If you think that my trip to the temple is worthy, if you think that it's something that respects whatever old powers that wane in this land, I can see. But how is that going to help the people who live here? How is that going to free all of the suffering? How is that going to keep you alive with all this cold and undead corrupting your lands?
I have shown thee but one memory. The dying memory of a spirit bearer. For you, thou and your fellowship, hearts bold enough to face a herald of the dark, wills strong enough to face the storm, and spirits with the constitution to confront me. Perhaps your fate is different from those who've passed. It is for you to decide what is worthy. But your spirit will be hounded for eternity by The Reaper and his hound. Einso and the wolf. Can you live with that over your shoulder? Champion.
I give her a toothy, demony grin and say,
1 second, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second.
sorry.
Please hold for the DMs.
My headphones died in that moment.
Now you're muted.
Nope.
Nope. Hit the button again.
Unplug it and plug it. Oh,
For a second, it turned.
There we
Yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah,
you're
yeah.
good.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that.
I bet you are.
All good.
Oh yeah, I know. That's why. I'm saying
So we were at the Reaper and the Hound will hunt my soul.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the Reaper and
The
the
casual
Hound.
stuff. The Reaper and the Hounds will hunt your soul for eternity. Can you bear to have that over your shoulder?
Yeah. Fearn just gives her like a wicked grin, as he is one to do, and says, "I am of the Glacier Men, and we respect the spirits, but we do not fear them. If this Reaper, Einso, has its hold over me, I will find or die trying."
You hear a very like gentle laugh for a moment from her in your mind. Is that you can see, even though most of her face is covered by the red hair, you can tell that she's attempting to smile despite the roots kind of holding her in place. The tenacity of the Ullman is what birthed us all, and what will be our undoing. And go forth, champion. Protect your spirit from what claws at the night. I don't think there's anything else I can offer you right now.
Fearn just gives her another respectful bow as he, slowly makes his way back down the rooted stair, and looks back and once again gives her a like demonic or glacier prayer, like something that he would do to respect a great spirit of his own land. And just say, "I wish the best for you. You may believe that you are waning and that your power dwindles, but you grow strong in spirit when you help those in need. No doubt, when this land becomes a little brighter, you'll regain your strength once again."
The last thing you hear from her is she just simply says, go towards goodness. Those of you in the other antechamber, anyone with a passive perception of 14 or higher would notice that Baron is just really uncomfortable. Like he is like almost sweating, and maybe just because of the humidity in here, but he looks like perturbed. Like he is like breathing deeply and like looking down frequently away from the verdant curtain. Like he may also be experiencing the voices in his head.
I think Jacquet's kind of been like hanging out with him most of this time, so he's gonna look over and be like,
You know, you haven't really told us where your patronage was originally from.
And he looks like it looks like you've interrupted him in a conversation as he looks to you. And he's just like, I know what you're thinking. But no. This witch just knows how to root into my mind.
And why would she want to do that? Is there a reason you're the only one that goes to, what's the capital?
Samalto.
Samalto?
And he just kind of looks to you with a big smile. And like he looks, Baron's been very friendly, jovial, just a handsome, scrappy human.
Love it.
And like this is the first time you looked at him and like see he's like sweaty and his eyes are a little bloodshot and he's like struggling a little bit with something. No one else can. No one else has made it back. I have an alliance with these witches. I never said it was pleasant.
What's their true intention here?
lowering his voice and kind of getting a little closer, like leaning in, but doing it like, nonchalantly so that broom lady doesn't get interested.
she's distracted with keeping an eye on Bruce right now. But as you say that in hushed tones, he kind of does the same thing he did in the Revels camp, where he kind of looks around untrustworthily, like he doesn't like talking in front of these types of entities. But all he does is point his eyes towards the altar. All I'll say is, these sorts of witches had a lot more power in a previous world. And after all, Jacquet, even those who go towards goodness, well, they need the power to do as they wish. And myself am skeptical of those sorts of things. You can understand why.
I understand. But it seems their power will get us to where we need. They always say, out with one evil, in with the next.
Far too true.
As Jacquet goes back to whatever bullshit he was doing.
And I'd say that's around the time Fearn returns.
Yeah, when Fearn returns, the smile from his face from talking to her is gone. And he looks pretty much just as grave and he did when he went inside.
Yeah. Well,
Go
ahead.
He looks towards, his friends and says, I've spoken to her, but I've learned much of my curse, but not of our goals. I'm afraid that we'll just have to keep traveling.
Well, we need some time, so let's take a short rest here and then talk about our next move forward.
Yes, and Marine looks to you all and says, please rest. Deirdre, the other sisters, get them some food. Something fresh. Once you're rested, we'll go out and spread the rest of the blessed water that we have. See what we can salvage. If we can't salvage enough, then your journey... Well, we'll talk about that when we get there. Please. Rest. And they immediately, other druids come out and begin to prepare areas for you to rest in, and bring you food and treats and drink. They are very hospitable. But I think with the short rest is where we're gonna end tonight. Alrighty, thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you for going a little long with some RP there for our memoryless warlock and our cursed fighter. But yeah, I think that's where we'll end tonight. So thanks for joining us. We'll see you all wherever we see you in the world. You're going to be at PAX next weekend. Say hello to Shannon and I if you want. And we'll jump back in next week for some more adventures in the north. We're heading even further north to potentially where Fearn will become a skeleton. All right, folks. Thanks for joining us in Paradise. We'll see you all when we see you. Goodbye.
Bye.